All right.
Do you have your quote for the week?
I do. I
Oh,
do. Yes. That's right. One of us comes prepared.
Yeah. My computer wasn't even turned on when you got here, so it was more.
Did you just say computer?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Kim
I made sure I
Possible.
turned yours on though first, so that way we'd get like the Harley Davidson out of the way.
That just gets us excited, you know?
It
Gets
does.
our motors running, gets our engines pumped. Oh, man.
yeah.
I'm
Well,
gassed up and ready to go.
yeah, but there is one thing I do have to make sure that I'm prepared for.
Oh, no.
I love how you get worried. I just need to make sure I press the right buttons because I've relabeled these.
Oh, you
So
have.
that way I can
Yep.
look at it and go, okay, I'm not going to get completely confused about which thing to press.
Well, also, you need to remember to press the right button for the right podcast.
That is true. I
Yes,
might get
exactly.
A
Here we go.
GITQ ad. Anyway,
All right,
let's
pressure.
do this.
They're gazebos. They're bullshit.
Chapter 1.
Well done. Well done. Yeah. I thought I'd throw something out that's the theme of this episode because
Yeah.
we're both so hyped.
Fuck yes. So we went and saw It Chapter 2 on the weekend, ladies and
Hell
gentlemen.
yeah.
And I know we'll get more
Yeah,
into it when
I
we
was
get
go-
to that segment.
I was
But I
gonna
just
say.
want to say, first of all,
Yeah.
I can't look at this objectively, or is it subjectively is the word I'm looking for? Because a lot of people are saying it's not so good. A lot of people are saying it's really good. I can't look at this as at a critical level and go, well, this is what I didn't like about
Yeah,
it. Because
exactly.
I fucking loved the fuck out of that movie.
Dude, we've been so hyped for this for so long.
Oh, man.
There was no way I was coming out going, God, that was crap.
Right.
Like, no way.
There's no
Yeah,
way. Even
anyway.
if it was crap, I wasn't going to think that. So it's fine. Yeah.
There's things I'll bring up that I feel like they need to be discussed, but at the same time, man,
Yeah.
oh my God, go and see it, people. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. But
Yeah.
before we get into
Yes.
why we liked it
Of
so
course,
much,
of course.
we do have a list of things to talk about for episode 21. This is
Yes.
Two's Company, Three's a podcast. My name is Dylan, as always, along with my co-host.
Muggsy Balloon. AKA Mitchell. Mitchell.
Okay.
Yes.
Muggsy Balone, how are you
Muggsy
today,
Balloon.
man?
Yeah, not too bad, Delbo.
Very good, very good.
Oh, man,
Muggsy
this is
Balone.
going off the rails.
Cool.
Anyway,
Alright. First
good
bit
stuff.
of news.
Yeah.
Now, the thing, I didn't actually hear about this until today.
Yes.
And then I saw your note. I was like, oh, well, somebody's already over it. So,
Yes.
Haley Steinfeld, she's been great in a lot of things.
Yes. Pitch Perfect.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What else has she been in? Can you name another?
Seinfeld?
Seinfeld. Was she in Seinfeld?
No, of course she wasn't. Her last name's Steinfeld.
Surely she...
No, yeah, there you go.
She was also in Bumblebee. Have you seen Bumblebee?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was really good in that. So, obviously, she's got a bit of a career that's sort of kick-starting
No,
now.
that's
She's getting a bit older. and
Also,
a bit
quite
more
a talented
mature.
singer as well.
Yeah,
She's had a few songs.
She has had a few songs.
No.
Yeah,
I was-
no, you're right.
I was trying to think of that one. I can't remember.
No.
About girls.
What?
There's a song about girls.
I'm sure there is.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. But anyway, Haley
She's
Steinfeld.
young. She's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
She's got it all.
She's a woman.
She is a woman and...
Oh, man. And she is only fucking 23.
Right, yeah. So
I
doesn't
hate
it
that.
suck when you see people who are so much... Well, not so much younger, but
True
younger...
Grit. She was in True Grit.
I still haven't seen True Grit.
Really?
No, I
that
really
is
need
actually
to.
a really fucking good movie, man.
Yeah. But, you know... Even,
Anyway, sorry.
Even sort of maybe like the more introductory roles she's had, she's
Yes.
been pretty good in pretty much everything. And I really, really liked Bumblebee. I didn't want to see it.
Yeah.
Because of like, I'm fucking out with Transformers movies, man. I'm fucking done.
I've only seen half of it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But then I watched Bumblebee. I was like, okay, it's back on track. It
Yeah.
kind of
Okay. So it
fixed things for
actually
me.
kind of was all right.
Yeah, no, I really liked it because it was completely separate from the other ones, bar a few sort of similarities in terms of the
Okay.
characters. But
There you go.
main topic here
Yes.
is Haley back on track.
Yes.
Haley Steinfeld is offered the lead role in the Hawkeye series in Disney Plus.
Yes, which is actually very intriguing because I thought Hawkeye's daughter was carrying it on.
So did I.
And as far as I saw, I put the notes in the Topic Talks conversation that we've got going on. And as far as I saw, I think she is actually going to be playing the daughter. So they're recasting that role.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like from the article.
Okay, which is weird because that kind of... They've almost recast this 3 times now.
That's right.
Because originally Catherine Langford, I think that's her name, she was the main... She was... What's the lady's name in 13 Reasons Why? The one who killed herself.
Oh, right.
Fuck. I've literally just
yeah.
finished season 3 and I can't think of her name.
Betty.
Betty.
Betty. Yep.
Yeah. So Catherine Langford. Anyway, she actually had a credited role in Avengers: Infinity War, but she obviously wasn't in it. Her part was cut. Apparently, she was supposed to be this Hawkeye character that we've heard about that was going to take the mantle eventually.
Okay, yeah.
But then, obviously, in Endgame, we get a bit more of Hawkeye's actual family.
That's right, yeah.
And he's got the daughter there who he calls Hawkeye at the beginning.
Exactly.
Who is learning to fly the boat, but that's not Catherine Langford or Haley Steinfeld. It's some other talented young actress.
That's right. Well, from what I see from this article, she isn't going to be playing his daughter.
Okay.
She's playing Kate Bishop. And Bishop is in the comics as taking over the Hawkeye role, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
And so it seems like his daughter is not going to be Hawkeye.
So, Dad, no, I don't care. I don't want to do this. Yeah.
So we're all learning together here.
I want to be a vet. I want to look after animals. Like, okay. You're really good with...
you have been Vision?
I want to milk some cows. Anyway. But yeah, no, listen, I'm not. Yeah. I'm still not completely sold on the whole idea of Disney Plus.
No, I know.
Because,
you can go back a couple of episodes and I talked about being hyped for it and it'll be kicking Stand out of the rotation. Then as we learn more about it, I'm like, I don't really want this.
Yeah.
There's nothing outside of Ewan McGregor reprising his role as Obi-Wan. There's really nothing that's drawing. Oh, wait, sorry. High School Musical, the series. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, the production.
The sequel.
The
film,
event.
Prequel.
Yes,
event.
That's the one.
That's right.
Outside of that one.
The Cataclysm.
With 6 fucking titles. Yeah. No, there's really not much that is drawing me to this, hey?
Yeah.
Like,
but the thing for me is there's a million things drawing me to it. But that's why I don't want it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No.
Because I'm looking at this going like, you know me, like...
Oh, wait, are you saying there's things that are intriguing you about it, but none of them are appealing? I'm not sure.
Me personally, and we've talked about this countless times on the podcast,
yes.
I would much prefer to go see these stories in a 2-hour film rather than a 30-hour fucking endless TV series where
I see
at the end
saying.
of the first season there's a cliffhanger, then at the end of the second season there's another thing, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
There's no conclusion. What I like about movies is that there's conclusion after the 2 hours, that's it, see you later, go do something else.
Yeah.
You know, so if these were... you can't hear it. Put it in front. No,
Some
Girls. There you go. That's
Okay.
the girls song I was thinking of.
Right.
Haley Steinfeld. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, because you were holding the thing.
I know, exactly. I'm just holding this up not to the microphone at all.
Yeah. Microphone
Anyway,
faces
so
one
my
way,
apologies about that. Hey, we're still learning.
Man. You're
Well,
still...
I am. Shut the fuck up. Damn it.
We had the same joke.
Yeah,
That was great.
I know.
But yeah, so I don't know. Listen, she's really good, and I think I would really like to see what continues on in the Hawkeye world.
I love Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
And he plays that role so well. And after Endgame, he was phenomenal in that. And you got to learn a hell of a lot about his personality, not just being in the background.
he was integral.
So his story, I would love to see continue. But do I want to pay $8.99 a month for it?
Yeah.
Probably not.
I'd rather go pay $10 every 2 years to go see a Hawkeye movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Black Widow gets one.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't care.
Yeah, she's already dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right. And then you've got this Hawkeye.
You know what everybody actually wants?
What?
They want the Hawkeye and Black Widow Budapest movie. In all of the scenes where they're together, they're like, this is just like Budapest.
Yeah.
You know?
See, that would...
Let's have that prequel.
Have we checked to see whether or not Jeremy Renner pops up in the Black Widow movie?
No. We'll have a look at that right now.
Yeah, exactly. But no, you're right. Like, I understand why Black Widow is getting her own film.
It's because they need more female-led superhero movies.
Exactly. And I understand the politicalness of it. But at the same time, why not give a movie to a guy who's been in the background, he's been a part, and he's still fucking alive? So you can carry that on, you know?
Yeah.
We don't need a fucking TV show.
Yeah.
Just saying. The cast list for Black Widow is literally 9 people so far that's been announced. So it may not seem like it, but hey, Hollywood likes to pull these surprises. Yeah, as we saw in It Chapter 2, there was a nice little surprise with a cast member.
Sprinkling the salt on top of that.
No, that was sprinkling sugar. It was very sweet.
Very sweet.
Very sweet indeed.
Yeah, and we'll get to that, absolutely.
But speaking of sprinkling sugar, maybe we should tackle some gaming news?
Oh, I suppose we can. You don't want to mention the other things that we've got for the movie topics you've got there?
Oh, just mix it up, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
Just
can
see
do
how
that.
it goes.
All right,
Well,
so last week or the week before, we brought up the idea of older games, like games from the 80s and more so 90s, coming back and being more in the mainstream and being remastered. And you were like, nah, no.
That was exactly my...
No.
Yeah, I was...
No.
Yeah, I was doing exactly that while you were talking.
So... November 22nd this year, along the lines when Doom Eternal is being released, they're also bringing back Doom 64, which is my personal favorite because it started it all for me. So this was a game that was released purely on the Nintendo 64 back in 97.
I was going to say this was just a cartridge game and hasn't been re-released of any kind since.
People have obviously ported it to PC,
of
so
course,
you can play it. It's called Doom EX, and it's like a free copy. No, it's not the same.
No.
There's a few little things, and I've played it. It's really... If you want the best experience, you can play it on PC where you've got mouse and keyboard, because not a lot of people can really handle a Nintendo 64 controller. I personally think Doom 64... in comparison to GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and all the other Turok, all the other first-person shooters on the same console, it plays the best. And you know why?
Why?
Because you can't look up or down. It's literally...
Oh.
Yeah, so Doom 1, 2, Final Doom, and Doom 64, they were built in a time... Well, not so much 64, but the originals were the first granddaddies of first-person shooters. So they were built. The technology was built with the illusion of 3D, but it was actually on a 2D plane.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Which means no rooms above each other.
Okay.
And you couldn't look up or down. When you're looking forward, you're literally looking at nothing. But on the screen, it's projected to you as up and down. So when you're shooting at an enemy which is above you, you literally just have to face the direction, and the bullets will go that way.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So the great thing about Doom 64 is you've got the joystick in the middle. That's for moving forward, left and right, and looking side to side. Yeah. But you don't have the second joystick like you do these days to look up and down. Yeah. But you didn't have to.
No, that's right. Okay.
In GoldenEye and Turok, to look up or down, you kind of have to stand still and then press the buttons to edge your way up, and then hopefully you've got it before they move away or shoot you first. And it's super fucking annoying. Okay. But this was... As I said, I could talk about this for fucking hours, and if you don't stop me, I will.
No. Keep it rolling. I'm happy to.
But this is the game that started it all for me, and they're bringing it back for the Nintendo Switch, and they're releasing it same day as Doom Eternal, which is later this year. There has been leaks, though, that it is coming to, say, PC and PlayStation and Xbox as well. Yeah. What were you about to say?
No. I was just thinking, wait, so they're coming out on the same day?
Same day.
Man, so we're going to have to cancel the podcast for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm locked in. Listen, Taylor's birthday is the day after.
Oh, man. So, you got to get it in quick.
You know what she's getting in for Christmas or for her birthday? She's getting Doom. No, kidding. We'll actually do something. But at the same time, so not only that, but we've also got the Ghostbusters video game from a million years ago getting a remaster as well.
Take it back 1 second. Sorry. Did you say that they were going to be released on PlayStation and stuff? Or what was that you mentioned? Yeah.
So it's only been officially announced for Nintendo Switch. But there has been leaks from the, Peggy, the company that does the ratings, Peggy 18. Anyway, so the company essentially that looks after ratings for video games is PEGI, and they just call it Peggy in the trailers.
You're talking about the rating as in R. MA. Yeah, so not out of 5 stars.
That's right. So age rating for video games. Yes. It was leaked on their website that there was it was like an M or a PG rating or something like that. Or 16 plus, sorry. Okay. For PlayStation? Okay. So people are going, well, they've announced Nintendo Switch, but there may be the chance it's coming to other consoles.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, Doom has no loyalty or affiliation with Nintendo exclusively.
Except for Doom 64.
Obviously.
But name only, it could work perfectly on other consoles. So hopefully...
Also being 22 years later.
Yeah. I mean... Fucking give it up.
Exactly.
Let it happen.
No, that's right. Sorry, you were saying the Ghostbusters game.
Yeah, so along the lines of older games coming back, fuck you, it's happening.
I deserve that.
We've also got an older Ghostbusters game, which I believe at the time was first person as well, but that's getting a full remaster and coming back.
Yeah, that's... Well, see, again, as in... Okay, so I understand my point of, old games, they're not coming back. Fuck you, they're not coming back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I still stand by the fact that it's purely off nostalgia-based current money.
110%.
Yes, of course it is. That's a very obvious point. But at the same time, that Lion King, Aladdin, Jewel Pack, which we spoke about, 2 movies made over $1 billion this year. Doom, new Doom game comes out. Let's bring back the old one.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters,
If there was
Ghostbusters 2020 next year.
Well, that's right.
Exactly.
Of course. They're all...
It seems like they need something to be rebooted or remade, and then they'll be like, oh, maybe there's demand for it. We'll bring it back.
People liked this back in the day. Let's do this because this other thing is happening.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I 100%.
And that's been happening as long as we can remember in pop culture.
Yeah.
They bring something back that's become new again.
Yeah. Well, along the same lines of like video games and things like that, which I will talk about a little bit in a moment.
Yes.
But obviously there was the Blair Witch Project from the 90s.
Of course.
And then there was the Blair Witch? Or no, just Blair Witch.
Are you talking about number 2? Or wait, the game?
No, the movie.
Oh, the movie.
There was the sequel, reboot, remake, prequel thing that came out a couple of years ago. The movie, just Blair Witch. Did you see it?
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, legit.
How did I miss that?
You missed it?
What? This is the first time hearing of it.
It's not
breaking news on the podcast. Mitchell didn't know there was a Blair Witch something.
It came out in like 2015 or 16.
Really?
Yeah, look it up.
I am.
But what I meant by that is because that happened a few years ago, they've recently released a movie.
What the fuck?
A game, the Blair Witch game, which we've talked about a few times on the podcast. I'm going to let you get through your shock and awe, and then I'll talk about the game.
Sorry, Blair Witch 2016, hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
It's only got a 5 rating, but for a Blair Witch movie, that's like a 10. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, the first one goes down in history for the kind of style that it was and the way it was filmed.
Well, yeah, no, of course, but that's still got a solid 6.5. And I personally rated it an 8 because it was a pioneer of that type of filming.
Yeah.
I regret that now because it spawned Paranormal Activity.
But anyway, 2 ain't bad.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's sorry, that just took me for a curveball. I had no idea that they rebooted that.
You like trashy, bad horror movies, but you also like the good ones. This is kind of, it's not, I wouldn't say it's in the middle, but it's one of those, it feels almost like a cash grab, but at the same time, there's some good to be had in it.
Okay.
In the Blair Witch movie from then.
Yeah, you're talking about from 2016, that Blair Witch?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, no, well, I just still definitely want to check it out. If it's on a streaming service, can somebody let me know? Because I'll be happy to watch that.
It might even be, yeah.
No, I can imagine this being hidden on Netflix somewhere, up the back. But sorry, yes, you mentioned the game.
Yeah, I started playing it last night.
I was about to say, you had a go.
Yeah.
And your first thoughts?
Initially, I was like, oh, this sucks.
Really?
But, not only because there's been so many games that have come out in recent history, like Slender Man and Five Nights at Freddy's and not so much Five Nights at Freddy's, but mainly the Slender series and games of that nature where it's just a glorified bushwalking fucking simulator.
Yes.
Where the graphics are a bit low key. This, I got it on what's called Xbox Game Pass, which is basically the Netflix for video games.
Well, I was going to say, I believe it's exactly like PlayStation Plus.
Yes.
Which is where you've paid for the membership and every month you get X amount of games.
To play, and then at the end of the month, they're gone. And then, that's right. So, because the game itself on Xbox, just to buy it from the Xbox store, was like $40. I was like, I've heard that this is like a 6-hour game. Yeah. So, Game Pass it is. And there's not much else on the Game Pass. I've played a few things like Hello Neighbor. I heard a lot of good things about that. Google it.
Wait, no, I believe I've heard of that. Is that the one with like pretty bad graphics?
It's not bad. It's cartoony.
No. Yeah.
But like you're trying to sneak through this dude's house and there's this horror thing
and
to
then
it. But
just
once he
all of a
catches
sudden
you,
he just pops up and you're dead and you've got to start again.
You got to avoid him, which is good. But once he catches you, it's like vroom, 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 vroom. You think, what the fuck is he going to do? Yeah. All of a sudden, you're outside his fence, and then you get to go again. I was like,
exactly.
Okay. So you literally go in and try to find the way. You let him catch you.
I may be wrong. I may be wrong with the timelines, but it sounds like a knockoff of Five Nights at Freddy's.
I believe it came out of... No, it's not so much a knockoff because Five Nights at Freddy's is very unique in its way where you kind of sit in one spot.
God. Yeah.
You know.
No, the sequels to the game, you move around quite a bit and you do explore.
Okay.
They get fucking... there's a YouTuber called Markiplier.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of Markiplier. Yeah.
Exactly.
I haven't watched his videos in a while, though.
No, exactly. But he is the self-proclaimed king of Five Nights at Freddy's. And if anybody wants a good laugh, watch him play any of the Five Nights at Freddy's games. Yeah. His reactions, his timing, and his ridiculously sexy voice.
Oh, man. Did you know he toured a little while ago. He had like a worldwide tour. It's like a comedy show kind of thing that he had. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did.
Taylor's a huge fan of Markiplier.
Yeah.
And so we looked up tickets. And it was like $80 fucking.
Jesus, for a YouTuber?
We didn't go.
No, I was going to say,
we would have gone if it was like maybe 50. They would have been pushing it.
Yeah, but hey, man, full credit to him.
Yeah, fucking
He's figured out what we're trying to do. Just saying.
He toured the world.
No, that's right. But yeah, but that Hello Neighbor game sounds basically to the same degree like that, where it's just like avoid this and then boo. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So play it if you get it for free. But back to Blair Witch. So the game, so it starts out pretty slow. The graphics are kind of, but once you're into it, and you start to ignore some of the graphical flaws. And the only reason I'm saying flaws is if this game came out, say, 5 years ago, it would have looked immaculate.
Okay,
but at the same time, you see games like, for example, Resident Evil 7, where the opening scene, you're literally walking through a bush until you find the house. More on that later. Okay. Or maybe not later, but more on that separate.
Yes.
The bush sort of setting looks really fucking good. And in this, it's like an 8 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, in terms of graphics. And it's a smaller game, smaller publisher, not publisher, it's a Lionsgate gaming company.
Do you think it could have intentionally been a little bit dodgier because of the rawness of the topic? Because Blair Witch is a very raw movie.
Yeah, like, possibly. But not only that, you spend like 80% of the game in the dark because it makes you walk around with a handheld camera and a torch.
I was about to say, you got to have the camera.
Yeah. But there's one thing about this game for me that doesn't frighten me as much as I feel like it does for most other people. Whenever I'm in a game and I'm feeling the most frightened is when I'm completely alone.
Okay.
This game, you're with a dog, and his name's Bullet. He's like a German Shepherd or something.
Oh, okay, that's
You get to pat him, you get to whistle, like...
Does he get into danger at any stages?
I haven't gotten that far. I'm about an hour and a half, 2 hours in. The game's about 6 hours, apparently, but I'm taking my time just flowing through the environment.
Like Rage, you're playing it as it's meant to be, checking out everything,
so
as opposed to rushing through it.
That's right. Yeah. I'm not rushing through it to get a review out. This is just my experience so far. But all right, so to cut that kind of short, I think it's pretty good. Okay. I wouldn't pay, like in Australia, I wouldn't pay more than maybe like $25-$30 for it.
So would this be one that I thought I wanted to play? Do you think that I should
would love for you to give it a go.
Yeah?
I don't think it's like anything you've ever played before because you're not really... Have you played any horror games just at all?
Call of Duty Zombies?
Okay, we can't count that.
Okay, sorry. Well, there you go.
Well, there is another game which you might be interested in.
Yes.
If you're into sort of online multiplayer shooters, the recently announced Project Resistance.
Okay.
So...
I have no idea what that is.
That's okay. So we'll gloss over it.
And
then we'll go back into the movie stuff because we said we're going to bounce around, but I'm just like...
No, I was going to say you just get rolling. Wait, before we get into Project Resistance...
Yep.
There is one note above there that I'm very curious about, and I'm going to regret bringing it back up, but you have in the notes, Doom is getting its own bone vodka.
Yep.
My mind's going to penis, man. Set me straight.
Okay, so...
Bone.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
Right. So...
Yeah.
Doom has partnered with Bethesda, and Bethesda has partnered with some... vodka company. I haven't looked too far into it. I just thought
so it's an actual drink.
It's an actual vodka.
I thought this was like the Death Stranding note that I put in there saying urine function. And I just thought it was something to do with the new game coming out. So
you don't drink vodka in the game or anything. It's literal. I'll look it up for you. Give me a second.
It seems like basically any kind of person now with a business venture in mind turns to alcohol.
Yeah,
like Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, he's coffee.
Dan Aykroyd,
but there was also Miles Teller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just bought a
Miles Teller?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got his name right, didn't I?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's just surprising because he's not
that's right. Huge. But out of nowhere, he announced on Twitter that he bought an entire Finnish brewery.
Fucking hell.
And is releasing this, it's basically like, I'm just going to say it's like a cruiser in a can.
For someone
a vodka cruiser in a can.
For someone who's made pretty crappy movies, like he's done well if he could buy a fucking brewery.
No, well, he hasn't made crappy movies, man.
Yeah, but like some of
what
his
was the drum one?
Whiplash was fucking amazing.
Exactly.
But that's not going to bring in the budget that a successful Fantastic Four movie would.
But at the same time, though, that just cemented him as an A-list actor.
Oh yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
like a now what McConaughey is. Not to the same degree. They've got very different careers, and he's young.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, as in Matthew McConaughey had Dallas Buyers Club, so now he's at that level of I can act.
Yes,
You know what I mean? So Miles Teller's up there
that point.
where he
Yeah,
can
that's
take
right.
roles because of his acting, not just his pretty face and
that's
boyish
right.
good looks. But yeah,
yeah.
so Doom is getting a Bone vodka.
Yeah, so it's called Bone Vodka,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's being produced by Rebel Distillers, wherever
Yeah,
that may
okay,
be.
yeah.
Shout out to Rebel Distillers. I know you're listening. Oh!
Fuck.
All right, so the description it has here, the vodka is made from a wheat spirit before being mixed with bone marrow. That's been marinating in neutral...
Fuck you, vegans.
Yeah, right, you can't have this.
Yeah, exactly.
Been marinating in neutral gin before being transferred into a vacuum still. The bones are supplied by the Ginger Pig butcher chain from the UK. So, when we say Bone Vodka, and I'll show you the little picture there, it's got the Doom logo and Bone
That's pretty
Vodka.
cool, man.
Yeah.
You're going to get one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's literally made of bones.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, that's pretty fucking metal.
That really is, like, as
Yeah.
in, of everything that Doom has done and that you've told me, this seems like one of the most metal things ever. It's like, let's take the bone marrow from bones and make a fucking drink and get pissed and
Yeah,
play
fuck.
Doom.
Yeah,
Like,
it sounds like a
oh
great
my
time, right?
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, all right, that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good little sidebar. But what were you saying about Project Resistance?
Oh, yeah, right. So, well, yeah, so this
Play
is the
our
last...
game.
So this
Sorry,
is
I thought it was Project Resistance 4.
Oh,
And
no,
then I realized
sorry.
I caught myself in the notes. Project Resistance 4. Play a game.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Capcom in recent years has absolutely annihilated their Resident Evil games.
Okay.
There's been a million spin-offs, but in the main series there was Resident Evil like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
6 was like the biggest downfall because it was just over-the-top action, very little horror, completely... It was fucking... If it wasn't a Resident Evil game, it would be a good game, but because it was titled Resident Evil with the characters, it just took the series way off fucking course.
Okay.
And I'm not going to go down the history of Resident Evil, even though I could just as much as Doom,
I bet you could.
because it's almost second on my list of like favorite series of games of all time.
Yes.
So a couple of years ago, they came out with a game called Resident Evil 7, which wasn't a direct sequel to any of the others. It was completely a story completely on its own.
Were the other ones called 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
So there was Resident Evil 2, is just called that,
Yeah.
which recently had a remake, which came out after Resident Evil 7 did, using the same engine, but it was a remake of the older game.
Okay.
And
So
it's fucking amazing.
okay, so I was going to say, so 2's probably the most popular of all of the games?
Well-
if it's getting its own remaster?
Well, it's got its own remaster.
That's
yeah.
what- oh, sorry,
yeah.
yeah.
So, well, 7 brought this franchise back from the dead in a massive way. It was the first game in the series to be completely first person.
Yeah.
It had characters which you would never heard before. It wasn't set in a big laboratory. It was literally set in a mansion in the middle of the woods.
Right.
So it wasn't, in essence, a Resident Evil game until towards the end when you start to learn as to why these creatures and characters exist.
Okay.
I won't spoil that for you because you've got to try it.
Okay,
You
add it
really
to the list.
have to.
Add it to the list.
Yeah. But then they brought out Resident Evil 2 Remake, which, as I mentioned before, using the modern engine, the game engine, using the same story. And man, games don't scare me these days, as I said with Blair Witch before.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7 and the 2 Remake had me, like, literally shitting myself.
Okay.
They are so good.
Yeah.
They're just on the next level. Like, you look at my face. I'm going red.
Yeah,
Next fucking level.
yeah.
After Resident Evil 2, people were going, let's bring on Resident Evil 3 Remake or Resident Evil 8.
Okay.
You know? And everyone was hyped up because we knew there was something coming because Capcom's just on this train of success at the moment.
Yeah.
They've recently announced what's called Project Resistance, which everybody thought was like a fake title.
Yeah.
No, it's the actual title, and it's a 4-player multiplayer sort of online experience.
Okay.
If you watch the trailer, you'll get a better gist of it. But
So
essentially,
squads, like in FORTNITE, squads.
oh fucking well, I
Or
don't.
are these 4 people trying to fight?
No, these 4 people are working together.
Squads.
Yeah, basically in a squad, essentially.
Yeah.
But like it's obviously set in the Resident Evil universe, using the modern engine with the modern enemies. This thing called the Tyrant, which is fucking horrifying. Big dude in a trench coat.
Yeah.
And man,
you are fucking you're hyped.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm really hyped for this.
Yeah.
Reason being, a number of years ago, Capcom, while in the downfall of their series of Resident Evil, they released a squad-based Resident Evil shooter game called Operation Raccoon City.
Oh.
Which sucks huge balls.
Oh.
So they've done this before.
Oh, okay. So this is not new. It's going to be new, but I mean, they've tried this concept before with these in this world.
That's right, in this this Resident Evil-averse. But I think the reason why I think this one will be good and successful is because they've learned from their mistakes. They've put out 2 stellar fucking games.
Yeah.
They know what people like. The engine works really well, so it looks really good.
Yeah.
Last time you were like an elite group of soldiers working for the Umbrella Corp. In the trailer this time, you're literally just 4 random like people. You look like young adults.
Oh, okay.
And you're fighting for survival essentially against the zombies and monsters. So I think they would have learned from their mistakes, and I think this is going to be really good.
So did you say this was going to be only a multiplayer online game, or is
from
this
what we've seen so far? I don't. If there is a single player element, I don't think it'll be anywhere near as focused as a direct sequel or remake. It'll be like a DLC almost. I believe because it's not called Resident Evil Project Resistance. It's literally just called Project Resistance, but it's set in the Resident Evil universe. Okay. I believe it'll be multiplayer only.
All right. Well, sign me up because hey, I need to experience games other than Fortnite. Well, since you brought up Fortnite,
excellent segue.
Last night I literally got my 5th solo win ever.
Hey, congratulations!
Yes, thank you. Not only that, 6 kills.
Fuck yeah, that's good, man.
Thank you.
You know what I did last night?
Oh,
I experienced the Blair Witch Game, a new game where you literally fight almost invisible monsters with a flashlight in the middle of the woods.
Well, since you went into the woods, I guess we both were camping last night.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, no. Well, I got 2 kills off spawn and then camped the rest of the way and then killed the last 4 people. Yeah. I killed the last 4 people.
Well, that's good.
They were preoccupied with each other.
Yeah, well, fair enough. So you're sitting back. Now, speaking of Fortnite, now, I don't have any news for it, but I did see on Facebook a little while ago that for the campaign leading up to the It 2 release, people were seeing
red balloons.
Yeah. Did that happen to you?
No.
Oh,
I didn't see any. Although I was very out on the edge, not battling it up.
Oh, okay. So you weren't like in the thick of it. Like
no. But no, I didn't. Yeah. But it just ended today. But did you hear about the Borderlands crossover?
I heard about it. There's going to be a crossover event.
No. It's already it ended today.
Oh,
it's been going for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, where they turned part of Paradise Palms and that outer desert area into Pandora.
Oh, cool.
Because the theme for this season has been...
well, that's another bit of news. Taylor's second favourite franchise, Borderlands, is getting its third game in the series. Like
I was going to say that's coming out very soon, isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
We'll be getting it.
That's why the event's ending now, because the game's coming out. But no, the theme of this season is basically on existing locations, there's these spheres.
Yep.
And as soon as you enter that sphere, it changes to something from the past. Or, well, it takes you back in time or something like that. But Tilted Towers, for example, or Neo Tilted as it's been known, has a sphere around it the whole time this season. Okay. You enter it, it turns into an old west town. You can't build in there. You can't knock anything down. So it's just shoot them up.
So looking at it from the outside of this sphere, it looks normal. But until you enter it, the world changes.
Then it enters and it says, "Welcome to Tilted Town." See, on the screen. And
how come a game like Fortnite, which obviously is massive, can make a game run so smoothly with the amount of players they have and the amount of changes they make, yet there's other games which you do pay for, which were maybe at a time equally as big, which are broken as fuck.
Yeah.
PUBG.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. But not only that, Mega Mall or whatever it was called last season is now back to being Retail Row. And you go in there, and there's the zombies from season 4, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's only in that area.
I really have to try that, only because I want to shoot some zombies in this particular.
No, exactly. It's
I love
good
zombies.
fun.
I love zombies in games.
No,
Yeah.
but it's been a strange season because of those mechs or the brutes or whatever they're called.
Still haven't tried that either.
No, I was
really
going to say, and a
yeah.
lot of people have hated it. A lot of the big
Really?
streamers have actually like switched off for a while and gone and played Minecraft and other shit.
Wow.
Like, yeah, because they just it's broken almost how strong they
Ninja's been paid to play Gears of War 5.
are.
Have you seen that? Well, I've seen
No,
the
I
ads for
haven't
it.
seen that. No, but I was going to say he was the only one who was like still only Fortnite because that's literally his demographic.
Yeah.
And he's just switched to Mixer, and they're probably like, please don't test the waters with another game.
Well, the only reason
Yeah.
I know that he was playing Gears 5 is because when I fired up the Xbox to play, what did I just call it? You remove the
Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. You remove the
Yes.
notes. Yeah,
I did.
You know, I saw the ad on Mixer with Ninja's like logo saying
Okay.
Ninja playing Gears 5 now because that's obviously the next big Microsoft game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of Twitch, like I
Yes.
streamed my playthrough
You
of
did. I did notice you posted that on the page.
Yeah.
And seeing you post, I was like, oh, I really got to get back into that.
I got one new follower.
Hey.
I think I only have had like 2 people watching at a time. I wasn't filming myself. It was literally just the gameplay, so I don't expect
Okay.
anything from
Come
it.
on, man. You got to get the face out there.
I was on the lounge. I was like, fuck, I'm not going to set it up in here just to, anyway. But I had one new follower. I was like, so
Fuck
cool.
yeah, man.
I really
Yeah,
have to just press the
absolutely.
buttons a bit more often.
And I believe that was twitch.tv/Doomatic93.
Of course it is. And I believe yours is twitch.tv/not very good _TBH.
Well done. Well done. Yes. Cheap plugs.
Excellent.
Yeah, but Fortnite, yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still doing its thing.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No,
Cool.
they changed the way the menu looks now with challenges and stuff, and I still haven't adjusted. And there's literally like 2.5 weeks to go this season.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Like it just flies by, man. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I am a champion at Fortnite.
Woohoo! 5 wins. Yeah.
5 solo wins after 800 games.
5 chicken dinners?
Yes, I will take 5. I am starving. Why'd you bring up food, man? God damn it.
I
We've
thought you
still
were
got
going
edges.
to punch me because the
Punch you?
winner chicken dinner is literally what PUBG says when you win.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that because
That's literally
I
all you
literally
get
never
when
played
you,
it.
When you win, it literally says winner chicken dinner. Back in the game. Remember we were talking about this a little while ago.
Back in the game.
Well, not back in the game, but back in a new game.
Yeah,
but
okay.
there wasn't any real sense of accomplishment.
That's
other than,
right, yeah.
You got the chicken dinner, but
and
what
that's
else?
right.
Nothing.
You said you would kill for another color of socks,
Yeah.
but it doesn't give you anything. Whereas Fortnite, literally, I won, and because of like getting 6 kills and doing all right, I went up like 3 tiers in the battle pass, and
Yeah.
I got so much new shit.
Yeah,
and
that's
I got
cool.
the new umbrella.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks like season 8.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway.
Speaking of season 8 umbrellas,
Yeah, let's have a look at some movie trailers.
yeah, may as well.
Now, there's been quite a few that have come out in the last week.
Yeah,
I suppose,
there
since
is
our last
quite
episode.
a few here on our list.
Now, nothing that's too massive, I don't think. I think what we've got on our list is pretty good in terms of sort of...
It's a pretty good list of like different types of films.
yeah.
I'd say
so-
the biggest one based off of star power and box office generation, I imagine,
Yep.
is Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah. Now, I think... How long has it been since you've seen Bad Boys 1 and 2?
I think they came out. When did Bad Boys 1 come out?
I
Like
swear it's-
99?
I heard it's been like nearly 20 or over 20-something years.
Really?
For Bad Boys 1.
Yeah,
sorry.
Bad Boys 1 might be actually 98, 97?
Something like that.
Yeah,
anyway.
sorry.
It's been a fucking long time.
1995.
Yeah.
So I
was
believe the last time I
2.
saw it was 1995. No, I was 3 when that came out. No, I probably saw Bad Boys 1 about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, probably when I was
Yep.
12, 13, something like that.
And I remember you say like there's definitely a big comparison in terms of the story style between 1 and 2.
Of course,
I think
of course.
1 is a bit more straightforward in terms of like the comedy and the action and the violence, which
That's
is fair
right.
enough. But
Yeah.
then in Bad Boys 2, they literally go all out. Like they're trying. I remember this one particular moment they were in like a morgue. And like the top
Oh
of the
my
skull
God,
fell
yes.
off, and Martin Lawrence's
Oh,
character
fuck.
like throws up. Then he finds those rats.
The
and
rats
they haven't-
fucking.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I saw those rats fucking.
Yeah, and I remember
oh.
watching that as a kid, going like, "I'm not old enough to watch this, but this is hilarious."
Yeah, exactly.
But
Holy shit, Bad Boys 2 was 2.5 hours long.
you serious?
Yeah.
really?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I swear to God, that was like a 85-minute fucking movie. Like,
Yeah.
shit. Anyway.
That's got me thinking. Maybe
That's why it's directed by Michael Bay.
are they both? Can you confirm that for me now? Are they both directed by Michael Bay?
Are you talking about the first one as well?
Yeah.
The first one is directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah,
Yep.
so typical Michael Bay dumb action. Don't expect this big metaphorical fucking romp.
I think my two favorite slogans to describe this now are it's a Michael Bay movie, switch your brain off,
Yep.
and also it's a popcorn movie, which you've started saying.
Yes.
A popcorn movie, like Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
You go there, you eat your popcorn, you just enjoy the ride.
And that's exactly all I expect out of Bad Boys for Life. The
That's
next
right.
movie coming out, I would assume it's written and directed by Michael Bay again.
No.
Has he quit or has he died?
Because
I'm pretty
fingers crossed for the latter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because his
I'll just have
movies,
a
like-
check of that.
I mean, obviously, he had like Bad Boys 1 and 2 and the first few Transformers, and he produced...
If I'm not mistaken, I believe he would be focused on Platinum Dunes, his production company.
Yeah.
If he's still alive, which it seems like he is.
But
He still seems
seriously,
like he's
just
there.
let other people make these movies because, man, like, you're not good.
Yeah, directing wise, the last one he did was Transformers: The Last Night.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's
Yeah.
got 5 in the works though. Oh fuck, Jesus. Oh my god, one of them's called Robopocalypse.
Okay.
I wonder what that's going to be about.
I'm keen.
No, that's
Fuck you, Michael Bay.
No, that's the thing. I hate Michael Bay with a passion.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to go to his movies, switch my brain off, and eat my popcorn.
If they're interesting enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Robopocalypse sounds
If there's
damn good.
another Ninja Turtles,
Oh, a sci-fi story set in the aftermath of a robot uprising. Fuck yeah.
I mean-
Michael Bay, sign me up.
yeah, I don't expect any kind of deep and meaningful story in that, but
No, that's right.
yeah.
But Bad Boys for Life, sorry.
Yeah.
They really should have called it Bad Boys 3 Life, but that's just me.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go and see it, but
I'm not expecting it to be the next best. This is purely, what did we say before? Nostalgia cash grab.
nostalgia cash grab, absolutely. But that's the thing. I'm a little bit disappointed with Will Smith because he had Aladdin come out this year, which was fantastic, and he killed it.
Yep.
He's got Gemini Man coming out later this year as well.
Which I thought was going to be crap, but the more trailers we get, looks really fucking good.
Exactly. It's actually...
Ang Lee, so the guy who did fucking Brokeback Mountain and the Hulk, he's had a really weird career.
I know, it has been a strange career for him.
Yeah.
But after seeing the trailers for Gemini Man and how well he did with Aladdin, I was really confident in Will Smith, like getting his groove, like actually.
Did you
getting...
think this was going to be like Keanu Reeves, where he was going to get his popularity back in terms of like big budget cinematic?
See, I'm hanging.
Extravaganzas?
I'm hanging on the fact, and I've got like a list of like 32 actors or actresses that I've said this about, but I'm
Yeah.
hanging on the fact that Will Smith's going to win an Oscar one day. Because he has acting chops when he wants to.
He does.
And that's why taking a role like this for Bad Boys for Life, I get it. It's money. It's giving Martin Lawrence, who, by the way, looks fat as fuck now.
The last movie that I can remember him actively being in was Wild Hogs.
Oh, see. Oh,
That was like 2005, maybe?
Well, I was going to say Big Mama's House.
Maybe that was it.
Wait, Big Mama's House 2.
Oh, yuck.
Wait, maybe there was a third. I feel like there was a third of
I
that.
have no idea.
But either way, that's why I'm a little bit... I know he's going to be great in it. Like,
Yeah.
I know Will Smith is going to be Will
They're both going to
Smith.
be good because they're both going to be playing those characters
And
which they've done so well before.
That's right, and they're working off each other as opposed to one of them trying to carry a movie. You know?
That's right.
But
yeah.
no, Gemini Man. It looks like he's got some acting chops in that as well,
Yeah.
playing the younger himself. Like it doesn't seem like there's not a lick of comedy in that.
Well, there might be simply because of Will Smith, but I don't think it's going to be that. It's not deliberate. How do I put it? It's not deliberate comedy. It's just human elements.
Exactly. Yeah.
It keeps you grounded.
Personality.
Yeah, that's right. That's an excellent way to put it.
But so I am a little bit disappointed that he's taken the role, but at the same time, completely understand why it's happening. We're probably still going to go and see it.
I just hope after this we don't get a whole bunch of other Will Smith wacky black guy kind of things.
That's what
like
I mean.
he had for
That's
so
what I
many
mean. It
years.
seems like he was
Yeah.
getting his star back in the acting department.
There's
if
been
that makes
movies
sense.
which he's been in recently which haven't had a great reputation, but I personally think he's done well in. For example, we've had Suicide Squad, which objectively wasn't... What's the way to do it? Is it subjectively or objectively where like I personally enjoyed it but nobody else did? Anyway, I liked it for what it is, and I think he's...
Yes.
I personally liked him in it. And Bright. Have you seen Bright on Netflix?
No, I haven't because it just didn't appeal to me, honestly.
That's perfectly fine.
Is
I
that
understand
Joel
why.
Edgerton?
Yes, and he plays like an orc, and
Yeah.
really weird story. There's a lot of reasons why that movie didn't do so well. Didn't do too well.
But see, that's
Mainly
the thing. How do you
written-
gauge that? It's Netflix.
Yeah, mainly written and directed by the same guy who did Suicide Squad. So
That's
obviously him and Will Smith are buds.
Yeah,
you know?
friends.
Yeah, but I think Will Smith, like other actors, John Travolta, for example,
Yes.
they benefit not so much from their acting skills, but they need good directors and writers.
Yes.
They need to be in movies which, I mean, not to say that David Ayer, I think that's who wrote and directed Suicide Squad, is
David S. Goyer?
David S. Goyer.
Yeah.
That's who I'm thinking
Yeah.
of, sorry. Or one of them, vice versa.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're both
exactly.
involved somehow.
No, that's right.
But whoever did Bright and Suicide Squad, I
Yes.
don't think they're bad. Their stories just don't translate so well for the mass audience.
Yeah.
So, you know, like Will Smith in Gemini Man, I think he'll really benefit from Ang Lee or from someone else like that. David Ayer. Yeah, so there you go. So, that fucking thing fell off the wall.
the new props in the room just kind of fell, man.
Yeah, I wonder if it's more echoey now because the sound
Yeah.
stuff is gone.
Yes, those 6 pieces of foam on the wall that you've trialed.
Well, that
Yes.
big pile in the corner next to you, I thought that was hopefully going to do something.
Yeah, either way, Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a thing.
Yeah.
It'll happen,
Yeah.
but I'm not overly... Anyway.
Anyway,
Wait.
speaking of...
No, well, you mentioned, who was it? John Travolta. Just a quick sidebar.
Oh,
Did you hear
yeah.
about Face Off? Face Off is getting a remake.
I thought you were about to say The Fanatic.
No. We've already covered that.
I
We
know.
covered that
Just
back in
briefly, though,
episode...
last episode 21.
Episode 20.
20? Yes, because
Yes.
this is episode 21
Of TCTP GST, available on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and
YouTube! Big Summer Blowout!
yes, but Face Off is getting a remake, which just caught my eye today, and I'm very excited by that.
Very
If you have-
briefly,
yeah.
The Fanatic is apparently complete dog shit, and John Travolta breaks the first rule of acting. And you know what the first rule of acting is?
Don't break the fourth wall?
Well, no. Because
I don't know.
don't go full retard.
Oh, no. No.
He goes full-fisted fucking retard in The
Oh,
Fanatic.
my God.
Yeah. The first line is, something, I have to poop.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I need
And-
to see this movie. Oh, my God.
And Fred Durst, the
Really?
director, literally has a scene where two characters are driving in a car and they're like, hey man, you like a bit of biscuit? And he puts Limp Bizkit on and they're
No.
playing and they're rocking out to it. It's like, man, you
Are
may
you
as well just
serious?
flop your dick around in front of the
I
camera.
was
and
about
have,
to say,
you know-
wow, or run onto the screen going, I'm Fred Durst, I'm in the biscuit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, no, but he goes full retard, like Sean Penn,
Full-
I Am Sam level.
Oh,
Wait.
I think it's next level, man,
like
to be
Ben
honest.
Stiller in Tropic Thunder. What
That's
is it?
exactly what it reminds me of.
Well,
It's that, but a serious movie.
Dude, chill. But you said the words full retard, which is from Tropic Thunder. So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I know,
like,
but I picked up on that.
you watch the videos of him acting in that movie, and
Yeah.
it literally makes you think of Ben Stiller's retard.
Simple Jack. Simple Jack.
John Travolta
Yeah.
plays Simple Jack.
I love you, Miss Katie. Shit
John
like that.
Travolta plays Simple Jack in The
Oh,
Fanatic.
really?
Let's move on.
No. We need to remember this moment because we are watching this. TCTP DT.
It's not coming out of the
No,
cinemas, man.
TCTP DID.
Does
Illegal download. Because I don't think we're going to get this on DVD and Blu-ray either.
I'm not paying for it, yeah.
But no, I really need to see that if he goes full retard.
he goes full
Oh,
retard.
that's so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway,
speaking of full retard. Yes. Jojo Rabbit. Yeah. We own that one.
Yeah.
That was really good. Anyway, Jojo Rabbit is a trailer that you added to the list.
Yep.
And it looks pretty good, man.
So, Jojo Rabbit is set in early 1940s, in the midst or before World War II, sort of the...
It seems in the midst.
Yeah.
Like they're in power,
Yeah.
I believe.
So there is a war going on, but it's basically centered around a 10-year-old kid and his friends, and he has an imaginary friend who is Hitler,
Yeah.
played by Maori Jew
Here he is.
Taika Waititi.
Tiki Wiki.
Tiki Wiki. Now, he's writing and
I
directing
was about
and
to
starring
say,
in.
not just played. He
Yeah.
wrote the screenplay based off the novel by Christine Lennons.
Yes.
But, yeah. So, sorry. He wrote the screenplay and is directed by...
Tiki Wiki.
Tiki Wiki. I know.
Taika Waititi,
Sorry,
yeah.
I just had a very mind blank then.
I watched. So you've not only got Taika Waititi. I can't remember the little kid's name. We'll look at that in a moment. But
Roman Griffin Davis plays the main role of
this
Jojo.
This is his first film, apparently. I watched an IMDb interview with all the cast.
He looks adorable and talented.
He's a sweet kid, man.
I know.
Watching him, like, they're asking him questions, and you can tell he's like, I'm 10 and I'm freaking out.
Exactly.
And he's like, I'm pretty sure they're all New Zealanders. I'm pretty sure they had a Kiwi accent, or it was Pommy, or pretty sure he's New Zealand.
I think that, I'm not sure, but I feel like it's set in Germany, but they're very clearly English actors, like English speaking actors. So they've just kind of got a blend of like a European-esque
That's
kind
what I'm
of English,
getting at.
you know?
So I couldn't quite work out exactly what his nationality was.
That's right.
But I'm sure IMDb will tell us.
Yes.
But it's Stephen Merchant as well. He plays like and you've got
no, dude, Sam Rockwell.
Sam
I saw
Rockwell.
him in the trailer and I got very excited. But not only that, his mum, Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah, right,
exactly.
yeah.
Scarlett Johansson. You've also got Rebel Wilson as well. No, I know. I don't want to get back on my you fat fuck rants. But anyway, no, it's got a really good cast. And if you haven't seen, well, I recommend go and see the trailer for Jojo Rabbit because it comes out December 26th, so Boxing Day in Australia.
Beautiful.
And I'm keen as fuck for it.
It
looks
really
fun and
really funny.
The thing that gets me though is it's about this little boy, imaginary friend Hitler. It's in Germany when there's still Nazis, and it's PG.
Yeah, because it's a light-hearted comedy.
Exactly. And it honestly looked genuinely funny.
Yeah.
It really did.
From what we know, from what we can see from the trailer, it looks like the story is telling the story of a young boy who's being essentially a young boy and his little fat friend who's got the glasses, who's equally as adorable.
Oh, he is.
They're growing up and they're being trained to be Nazi soldiers, but they're still very young and they're children.
Right. They go to a summer camp where they're teaching them, and Rebel Wilson is one of the, and she's
Let's
like,
burn some books.
It's time to burn the book, children.
Yeah.
And they're fucking wheeling like a grenade launcher or missile launcher down the street, and they drop it for a second, blows up a building. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it's hard.
And these are
being a
10-year-old
Nazi.
kids.
Yeah.
But
at heart, there's the young kid, they're talking about Jews as if they're like aliens.
That's
and there's
right.
That, so they find a Jew in his. This is all in the trailer, by the way. This isn't spoilers.
No spoilers at all.
But if you feel this is a spoiler, switch off now or skip ahead.
It's in the trailer.
It's in the trailer. Go watch the trailer.
In the 2-minute trailer of this 90-minute movie.
Yeah. So the young kid and Scarlett Johansson, they've discovered that living or hiding in their house
in the
wall is a young Jewish girl, but he suspects that they can read their minds and that they're monsters.
They talk about Jews being able to read their minds, and he's like, "But how would you ever know one's there?" Or something
like that. Yeah. But it looks really clever. It looks really fun, really lighthearted, really heartwarming too.
I loved the part in the trailer where he finds the Jew girl, and then he's like, and screams and runs out, and then you see the fingers come around like
a horror movie.
Exactly, like it's a horror movie in that, and she's like, "Say it. What am I?" And he's like, "A Jew?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking...
It looks so good.
Seriously, Jojo Rabbit, that's definitely one that is on my list for sure this year.
Absolutely.
It seems like it might be a very good Christmas present, seeing a lighthearted Hitler comedy. But no, it definitely sounds good. But speaking of Hitler comedies, recently, last week, the trailer dropped for, and then it was released just a day ago, The Spy on Netflix.
Starring Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yes, married to Isla Fisher. Mm-hmm. It looks awesome, man.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a real hardcore drama about a Islamic. Would that be the right term?
I couldn't quite get a gauge on it. So some
Muslim. I'm not sure what he plays.
The character he plays is very close to the way
Arab?
he looks. He's Arabic or Islamic or something.
Yeah. We're not being racist. I just honestly don't know which one.
If you're familiar with Sacha Baron Cohen, he's dressed in a very what's the word I'm looking for? Very neat Borat.
Yeah,
he's got a very tight little mustache, but he doesn't play that character at all.
No,
this is a serious drama.
This is him. It looks like a chance for him to show off some acting chops.
Has he done anything like this before? Because I know he was initially cast as Freddie Mercury.
That's right.
But the movie he wanted to make was a bit more closer to the actual life Freddie lived, and he wanted to show some crazy things.
That's right. He wanted to have it a bit more drug fueled, a bit more party influenced.
Absolutely.
But Not from memory, off the top of my head, has he shown acting chops. He was in Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Was he?
Yeah, and he played Time.
That's right.
Yeah,
I've only saw that movie once, and I thought it was dog shit. But he was good as that character.
Exactly, but no,
this dude has acting chops. I just think he needs to flex a little bit more.
I think he needs to break away from that stigma of being that guy who did Ali G, Borat, Bruno.
I mean, he obviously loves that type of comedy.
Yeah, he does.
And everybody who watches it loves it too. He's recently done one called. Is it Who is America?
Who is America? Yeah, that was that little TV series with only a few episodes. But yeah, no, exactly. So he loves that shtick that he's had for so long. But at the same time, this is the chance for him to actually break out of that stigma and actually show that he is an actor, not just a comedian.
Yeah.
Because that's all Ali G was. Just a comedian, you know? But no, if you haven't seen the trailer for this or seen it, because it is on Netflix right now, and I'm hoping to watch it this week, and hey, if it's as good as it looks, and if he's as good as it looks, it may be a recommendation coming up. But no, The Spy, and he just goes undercover, and then, as we've seen in a lot of movies in the past, the person who goes undercover then forgets their old life and starts living as that new persona that they've created, and it's kind of like a conflicting, like, is he working with them, for them now? Like, you know, like, you don't know.
And when he's home, does he switch it off? Does he, like, keep it on?
Well, that's the thing. I think he only comes home a little bit and then just kind of forgets them, kind of thing, and, like, abandons his family because he's living this alter ego.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the word.
Is it based on a true story or is it based on a book?
I believe it said it was true story, but
something
it might,
like that. Yeah.
If it either way, it looks like a story I want to see. Yeah. It looks like Sacha Baron Cohen is going to knock this out of the park, man.
The Spy, it's on Netflix right now. Check it out. If any of that sounds interesting to you.
Exactly, that's right.
Yeah.
But speaking of interesting to you, we were wondering if this next segment would be interesting to you, the listener, the TCT pack.
Let's see if this is interesting to you.
Insert here.
All right.
Hey Maury, do you like backing winners?
From time to time.
Do you like collecting Kanga?
Why, yes I do.
Do you like filling your pockets full of cash?
Yes, that's a fact.
Well, do I have the podcast for you? We've got winners there, we've got winners here, we've got winners everywhere. I'm talking Sydney and Melbourne respectively, of course.
I would hope so.
You'll be lining up, and as we like to call it, getting in the queue for sure. Presented by CJ and Maury the Dog Starver. Available on Podbean and Spotify every week. Just search Get in the Queue.
Well, wasn't that a tasty slice of something?
Oh, that absolutely was.
That's definitely a product I'll be purchasing upwards of 3 of.
Oh my god, only 3?
No, but in all seriousness, CJ and old mate, Maury. Dylan produces their podcast each week, so feel free to go and give them a follow and a listen if you enjoy a good punt.
Definitely produced by TCTP Productions.
It's right.
Called Get in the Queue if you want to get some of the best tips and good banter.
Available on Podbean, Spotify.
That's it. So they're basically just a quick synopsis. They're a podcast that discuss the horse racing that's coming up for the weekend, Sydney and Melbourne respectively, as CJ said. So if you want to get some tips and some good banter, tune in to Get in the Queue.
And they definitely discuss meat products of some kind.
They do. They definitely do.
Do you actually get that?
Yes.
Nice, of course. Do. Well, you've got to sit in on their podcast each week. So
I'm the one who listens to it and produces it. Yes.
But anyway, speaking of meat products of some kind, the next trailer that I just wanted to briefly bring up was Between Two Ferns, the movie.
That's a thing.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of things, Underwater is a trailer that we both recently viewed with Kristen Stewart, I believe. Man, I am intrigued.
So, quick synopsis. I only watched this trailer today after it popped up on social media somewhere, and it instantly grabbed my attention. Not only because it looks like Kirsten Stewart, or was it Kristen Stewart?
I believe it's Kristen.
All right, that's it. So Kristen Stewart is, as we say, trying to flex a little bit in terms of acting skills, trying to break away from the stigma of, the Twilight and things like that.
That sounds like a fellow Twilight actor who recently got cast in a particular movie that will break the stigma of the Twilight.
Popular stories and such. Yes.
Anyway, but
Can't
enough
think
about
of who it is.
Team Jacob.
Yep.
No. But anyway, yes.
So she's taking a bit of a bit of a turn in terms of the choices she's making, and I think this is going to be quite good. So, quick synopsis from IMDb. A crew of underwater researchers must scramble to save T after an earthquake devastates their subterranean laboratory. Now,
the the thing that stands out in that synopsis is they don't mention the potential forces, the monsters,
the otherworldly
Exactly.
threats. That's right. So when you watch the trailer, they explicitly state that they're 7 miles below the surface. So they're basically, they must be researchers of some kind, and they're living in this underwater facility. It's the vibe that I'm getting from this. It's a space horror, but it's set underwater.
Exactly. It's got that very sci-fi element, that disaster, not disaster, but I don't know. I just got a monster movie vibe.
Yeah. So,
and I'm all about it.
What this is very familiar to me, or very similar, sorry, is a movie called Pandorum. I mentioned this a couple of podcasts ago, but I fucked it up and I said Pandora. It's called Pandorum.
Oh, now that you say it correctly, I do know exactly what you're talking about. Fantastic movie.
Dennis Quaid is in it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Anyway, Norman Reedus is in it as well.
I'm thinking of Zathura, the Jumanji spin-off in space.
That's definitely not what I'm...
Anyway, yeah, but no, this movie, along with it being a really interesting concept as well, has a pretty good cast as well. T.J. Miller, who we know as comedic relief in movies such as Deadpool.
Yes.
He's
in
fantastic.
Ready Player One, he was also in one of the Transformers movies.
Yeah, but
he was in...
he was the voice in Big Hero 6. He played the guy who wanted to be a dragon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
You haven't seen it? Oh,
Nope.
Dude, watch Big Hero 6. That's a really fun movie.
I really should.
Yeah, no, Stan Lee's in it.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
but
good.
no, the other cast member that really catches my eye is Vincent Cassel. Have you heard of him?
Yes.
He's a very well-adversed French actor, and he mostly appears in French movies, obviously, but when the
really?
Stop. Don't be rude. I'm not... No. But when the right role pops up for like a somewhat foreign actor, I fell in love with him in Oceans 12 and 13. He's just a phenomenal actor, but he's got about like 300 credits to his name. Most being French, obviously.
Oh my god!
But no,
surprising.
Anyway, it looks like it's going to be a good watch, man.
Yeah.
Honestly,
if you like those space-like sci-fi action horror movies, there's a few of them. Like as we mentioned a little while ago,
I don't know if this is going to trend horror.
Pandorum.
This seems like more of a thriller. A thriller sci-fi.
Yeah, if you look at the IMDb page, it'll say action, drama, horror, which is basically thriller.
Exactly.
You push them all together.
No, but I feel like horror should be chopped off and sci-fi added on because it seems while it seems realistic, it seems very unrealistic.
Oh,
if that
very
makes
science
sense.
fiction.
You know what I mean?
But some of the best science fiction movies are horror.
No, of course.
So I'm not sure if this was going to be massively popular. I think this is a movie that may flow under the radar, but someone like myself looks at this and goes, that looks sick. And, that's why I have seen movies like Pandora.
I don't know if it'll go under the radar. I reckon she's still got the name power, especially headlining a movie by herself. You know, in regards, that's completely out of the...
But she's also in the Charlie's Angels reboot, which I think if there's any of her upcoming movies that are going to be mainstream, it's that, not this.
That's right. But anyway, fresh trailer, and it's due out early January next year, which is very intriguing.
Yeah.
But speaking of early January next year, there's a movie coming out early December this year.
Oh, very good.
The remake of Black Christmas.
I haven't seen the original Black Christmas.
It's a classic, man.
Yeah, early 70s, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Might be 80s, my apologies. But yeah, either way.
Well, if you scroll up, Mitchell, you'll see it's the 70s.
Is it? Where?
Look at the synopsis.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so that's where the movie's sad, but maybe the movie was... Yeah, okay. All right, that's my bad. But anyway, as you're about to say the synopsis, a group of students are stalked by a stranger during their Christmas break, a remake of the 1974 film Black Christmas.
So this is your typical slasher horror set around Christmas time. You've got your, what do they call them? Fraternity guys, you know, and these houses, they have to uphold tradition.
Fraternity sisters.
There's a word for that. Sorority.
Sorority
That's
sisters.
it, yeah.
Well done, thank you.
Obviously,
we live in Australia where we don't have colleges and fraternities. Okay?
Yeah, actually, no, we do. It's just nowhere near as popular as like American TV shows.
Yeah,
like our local Newcastle University, they have dormitories and they have a fraternity called the Engineers, which has been going around for decades.
Oh God, I imagine their parties are a blast.
Fucking losers.
Exactly.
Here we are.
Yeah, get a podcast. Anyway, so this, like you said, is the typical slasher horror film that is, I hope, one day makes a full-blown comeback. This is
Yeah.
exactly everything that I fell in love with horror about. It's a cliche story about just
cliche
a
as
random
fuck.
killer.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing is it's themed.
Yep.
It's Christmas. It's coming out Friday, the 13th of December.
Yep.
Oh my God. But also, it's one of those whodunits. Like, no, where in the sense of, there's one killer, but who is it?
Who is it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones. Like
Scream and all of those others. They're very similar in that regard.
Exactly.
So-
To me now, there isn't slasher films out there where it's like, ooh, who is it? It's like, that's the killer. They've got to escape that killer.
I think-
This is one of those, the person's wearing a big black robe, a mask. Ooh, who is
it's
it?
so cliche. But
Exactly.
I think the reason that we're missing that, or you might feel that we're missing that, is
Yeah.
because it was done to death a while ago.
I'd say probably 40 years ago, maybe 1974. Around there.
Yeah.
Like,
But there's been a dip. There's been the Conjuring spin-offs and universes.
Yeah, but
there's been those. There's been
yeah, but
far
they're
and
not-
few between
No, but-
great horror movies. But now there may be time for an insurgence
Yes.
of slashes, because we're also getting a few other reboots and remakes of things.
no, that's
and
right. And
Blumhouse.
exactly,
is
I was
behind
going to
it
say
too,
that
so
this is from the
expect
producers
nothing
of Get
more.
Out and
Yeah.
the Halloween reboot.
Absolutely.
But no, the thing that I'm really excited for this is the whodunit aspect.
Yeah.
Because there has been a resurgence to a degree of the slasher film.
Yep.
But at the same time, Halloween, it's Michael Myers,
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
Like I miss these ones that are
They leave that
like,
mystery open for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Kerry Ells is in it, who's like famous from Saw and Robert Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah.
He's in it at the start as their professor, and he's one of the lead actors in this movie, but he's not in the trailer again during all the killing scenes. So he's your first
my
suspect
God.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. But then there's the boyfriends, and then there's the other sister, and like,
Yeah.
like, who is it? And then there'll be the big reveal at the end, and you'll be like, I guessed it.
Have you
I
seen
didn't.
Have you seen Happy Death Day 1 and 2?
Yes.
How good
That's fun.
are those movies?
I love them, but that's one of the
That's
exactly.
what I mean. Yeah,
Thank
at
you
lea-
for bringing that up.
Especially
Yeah.
number 1, it leaves you guessing.
Number
Number
one,
2
yeah.
is definitely, it's not so much a horror, it's more of a sci-fi comedy.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I
Yeah.
posted about that on my Instagram.
Yeah.
One of the, I can prove this to you, one of the legitimate creators of Happy Death Day 2 said, I'm one of the creators and I agree.
Oh,
He
really?
commented on my post. He must have
That's
just been
so cool,
scrolling
man.
through hashtags.
Wait,
Yeah.
was that on your Instagram?
Yeah.
It wasn't on Two's Company, Three's a Podcast Instagram?
No, this was
Available on
back-
Instagram?
I thought you were going to carry that on.
Cheap plug.
No, this was well and truly before the podcast.
Okay.
This is when Happy Death Day 2 came out in the cinemas.
Man, that was
A little while
mid
ago
last
now.
year?
Something
Or
like
the
that.
beginning
Yeah.
of the year? Yeah.
But
anyway.
really good movies, but both had the element of unsure who the killer is.
Exactly.
But it's a typical slasher.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say stock standard because it's got more sci-fi elements, but Black Christmas looks like it's taking that real stock standard slasher mystery horror
Yes.
and they're going whole hog in it. You know, so
exactly.
Bring it
Well,
on.
I'm hoping it lives up to the first one because the first one was just that.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
exactly that. But Friday, December 30th in the US. I assume either Thursday, December 12th or Thursday, December 19th for us over here. But anyway, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I love me some Carrie Ells.
One week we may be doing, TCTP, DTC for that movie, and
Yes.
then the next week after Christmas it'll be
Oh yeah, Bad Boys for Life
Jojo Rabbit.
and Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
All of the above. Well, oh yeah, Bad Boys. Yeah, I got them mixed up. Anyway,
Yep.
yeah,
Cool.
But a trailer we both just accidentally stumbled upon. We'll briefly just mention it.
Yep.
Auto played after we watched the Black Christmas trailer.
Yeah.
The Lodge.
The Lodge.
Now this movie comes out, as far as I can see, 15th of November. Probably a couple of weeks later for us Australians.
2019 for all people listening in 5 years' time.
Oh, that's right. When you come back and listen to Before We Were Rich and Famous.
Oh.
But no, and I'll just a brief synopsis. A soon-to-be stepmom is snowed in with her fiance's 2 children at a remote holiday village. Just as relations begin to thaw between the trio, some strange and frightening events take place. Now, this has a very paranormal vibe to it, and almost...
There's nothing scarier than being trapped in a house with your stepmom.
Oh, exactly. Gross. Unless it's a porno, then hey, happy days. But I gave you a wink then. But anyway, the thing that draws me to the paranormal side is the fact that in the logo and also in the title is it's an upside down crucifix. So there's going to be some demonic words and play and
Stuff.
It
It looked good.
It auto played and we sat there and was like, "What's this?" And it just kept playing and then we were like, "Oh, it's over." That was good.
it gives me, in terms of like the cinematic style, not necessarily the story, but the filming style, it resembles something like Hereditary to me.
Yes.
And have you seen Hereditary yet?
Mm-hmm.
You have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. Yay.
You've given me the biggest
Yeah, sorry, I was reading the cast.
It gave me that kind of vibes. But looking at the cast,
yeah,
one standout is the guy who plays young Bill Denebra in Chapter 1 and 2, Jaden Martell.
Yes.
He's also going to be in Knives Out, which we discussed a little while ago.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you watch back to the trailer and he's in it.
Okay.
But he's obviously taking on the role of, I was good in it. Let's put him in every other horror movie that requires a child.
Well, to a degree, yes, but also Knives Out. That's not horror at all.
No, not at all.
So that one looks a little... Yeah. Either way, it's good to see a young talent who's actually got some talent.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a stutter in real life, does he?
I don't think so.
If he doesn't, he fucking nailed it in It 1 and 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus Christ. But anyway,
The Lodge.
The Lodge
really
is coming
good.
mid-November. Looks fucking great, man.
Cool.
But speaking of The Lodge...
Oh my God.
I think it's time for our second segment. We actually had a segment before the first segment.
Oh my God.
Wow. Do I need to do it again? You still haven't done it?
No.
No?
No, go for it.
Okay. Come on at your fresh. Come on from afar. It's Tusu Tupu do Tusu.
We went, as we mentioned earlier in the podcast, if you were fucking listening.
Oh, God. Welcome to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm so sorry for my co-host.
Everybody's just gone, fuck this guy.
He's hungry and tired.
I am hungry and tired.
I know.
All the above. We went and saw It Chapter 2 on the weekend. And
Fuck
we
did.
I've been stinging to talk about this movie.
Oh, man.
Now, I know that we had a bit of a limit on how long we wanted to go for this week, but...
I know. I saw you check the clock then when I mentioned The Lodge and that, and I was like, oh, shit, we're going to be pushing for time now. And
we're an hour and 10 in, so we've got 20 minutes left of the podcast.
Maybe we'll miss recommendations for like the fourth week in a row.
Oh, my God. Can people comment and say if they actually listen to the recommendations?
Yeah, that's right, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Maybe you're not that thirsty.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah. Anyway,
what were we saying? That's right. Bill Denebra.
Yeah, so It Chapter 2 has come in as the second highest grossing R-rated film of all time. And
What would
I was
the first
right.
one be?
It Chapter 1.
Damn,
Now,
bitch.
we mentioned this last
Yes.
week that we weren't sure whether it was just the highest rated R-rated movie or if
Yes.
it was horrors specifically.
yes.
No, it's R-rated movies, full stop.
Oh, you mean highest grossing?
Highest grossing
Yeah.
R-rated film,
Yeah.
regardless of horror or anything
No,
else.
no, you said rated, which means like star rating. That's
No.
yeah, but I corrected you and said grossing.
Did I?
Yes,
Right.
Hmm.
Cool. Anyway.
that's really impressive.
Yeah. I meant to say
that's fucking awesome, man.
R-rated movies. It's the highest grossing.
Before we get into the nitty gritty of what we thought of the movie and stuff like that, do you think Chapter 2 will overtake it?
No.
No? Are you basing that just off weekend box office?
No.
Straight up.
I'm basing it off the fact that it is nearly 3 hours long. So that may turn a few people off.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, to me, this, as we all know, this is my most anticipated movie of this fucking year. Yes.
Ow.
Well, you said last week that your mind was changed.
No, well, that's just based off the Joker trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but after seeing this and I'm sorry if you didn't like it, but it lived up to my expectations.
Oh, man.
And
see, after the first one and at the end, because I rewatched It Chapter 1 2 days before I saw It Chapter 2. And that movie,
Same.
what I've
I
told...
watched it the night before.
Yeah, great timing, yeah.
Fucking
See,
A.
what I tell people about It Chapter 1 is that it's not an overly scary movie, mainly because I'm desensitized to a lot of horror in film and gaming and stuff. But... you know, the film itself isn't overly scary. It's not like it's throwing jump scares and things like that at you full blow like most other, like the Conjuring spin-offs and things like that. It's just a solid fucking movie. The cast, they all do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise is brilliant.
You were speaking of Chapter 1 just then.
Chapter 1.
Yes,
yep.
that's right.
This movie, It Chapter 2, I think carries all of the great qualities about Chapter 1 over.
Yep.
But I was talking to Taylor about this today, about what I thought about It Chapter 2, and I've had a good thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I can't look at this subjectively in the way... I can't think of the words.
I can't look at it... Blah, blah, blah.
I can't look at this critically because I was so waiting for this movie. Since the last one finished, I've been hanging on.
I was going to
for
say
this movie.
I feel like you convinced yourself beforehand that it was already that good.
Yes, that's right.
Before you would even saw
So
it.
I can't look at this and go, well, this is what I didn't like about
Yes.
it. You know, like, or look at it.
I'll do that.
I can't disconnect
but
myself.
Don't discount my love for this. Okay,
No,
so
okay,
I'll
yeah.
jump in and do that.
That's cool. But the way that I look at this, The Matrix 1
yes.
was a smaller scale story condensed into a 2-hour film, and it was fucking brilliant.
Yes.
Matrix 2 was a larger scale story. They had more story to tell in a similar amount of time. Wasn't as good because they tried to flesh it out and pack a bit more in, and the budget was upped and all that kind of...
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I have a feeling that this was kind of the same. From the get-go, you could tell this was going to be a bigger movie.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Obviously, the mythology of the It book itself and the story is
Of course.
almost fucking endless. So they can only fit in what they could, but at the same time, over a 2.5 or nearly 3 hour period,
Yeah.
especially focusing on 7 or 8 primary characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second to Bill Denebra, but they're all pretty even in
I was
their
going to say
level of
there was a
characterization.
pretty damn good coverage of all of them.
You-
They all got screen time.
You needed
And I'll
this-
tell you my MVP later on.
Yeah. Oh, man, I think we both know who that is.
I don't think so.
Oh, really? Okay,
Ah.
we'll talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
But I think every time I looked at the adult version of the Losers Club,
Yes.
I'm looking at them going, "That's the adult version of that fucking kid."
Oh,
stand-
man. Yes.
The standouts
Yes.
were Ben Hanscom. Also, so young fat Ben Hanscom looks
Yes.
heaps like older handsome Ben
I
Hanscom.
know. That
Like,
was amazing, honestly,
Yeah.
because it's like, damn, are they doing some technology thing here?
Yeah,
Because
but
the
no,
facial...
they just cast
Yeah.
them. But they're all, not only are they solid actors, and they played their kid counterparts,
Oh.
their characters really,
Yes.
really fucking well. Like, you could look at them, the way they were acting and the way they look
Yeah.
is spot on in counterpart to their younger selves.
To that exact tone about
Yep.
them acting exactly how the kids were and it's being spot on. James McAvoy, man, when he had the lisp after they come back into town,
Yeah.
holy fucking shit, man.
He-
It just reminds me the dude has chops.
The
Major chops.
That's the funny thing that I'm glad you bring that up, because out of the entire cast, as greatly cast as this movie was,
Yes.
I honestly think James McAvoy was the least similar to his childhood counterpart.
Visually?
Yes.
Yes, completely.
Acting wise, he's probably one of, if not the most talented actor on the list.
Yeah, of course,
You know,
and that's what I
'cause
mean.
it's
Like
fucking McAvoy.
when it came down to the way he spoke with the lisp and like
And
leading the characters and remembering
and
and
the
stuff.
dialogue and the way he spoke.
Yes,
Absolutely.
But you're right. He's the one who doesn't look like his kid. Like basically, you
Yeah.
know, like everybody else is basically
Yeah.
like it's fucking like Bryce
So-
Dallas Howard playing
That's
Bryce.
definitely Jessica Chastain.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Bryce,
What
Bryce
the
Dallas,
fuck?
Bryce Dallas Howard is kind of chubby now.
Okay. There's no need to get
No, she's
personal
really
to her.
skinny.
What the fuck?
You fucked that up big time.
I know. I didn't even know how to explain myself.
You were so confident.
I was because I thought it was Bryce
hold on.
Dallas Howard. Yeah. Jesus. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Shit. Jessica Chastain, who is apparently an actress that I've never heard of, her playing Beverly, like compared to the
Yeah.
first one, like
And I
It's
like how
brilliant.
they told the story, and they continued on the fact that she, even as an adult, she struggles with
That's
male
right.
counterparts, just like her childhood. She's still a smoker. She still has those
Yes.
personality traits
for those
that she
who
did back then.
for those who haven't seen it though, or haven't seen the first ones, all of them bar Mike from the first one, they
Yep.
all moved out of town and forgot.
yeah,
It was erased from their memories, and
If
they
you've-
just they
if
never
you've-
knew why they had these particular traits, like you just said with Beverly's
Yeah.
character still smoking, still succumbing to male dominance,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Like they all have these traits, but they never know why because they all separated and forgot not just what happened, each other.
yeah,
Except for Mike, who stayed in town and he remembers everything.
yeah. Mike, played by Isaiah Mustafa, who was the Old Spice guy.
Who is my MVP?
Your MVP,
Dude,
really? Okay.
I literally only knew him from the Old Spice commercials. I was like, okay, he's clearly got some chops because he's been cast in this role.
yeah.
He is there from the opening scene, possibly until the end. We don't know who dies, and we're not going to spoil that.
No.
But
I mean, if you've read the book and seen the other one, you
shut
know.
up. Of course. But we're not going to spoil it for the people who haven't had the chance to see.
Yeah.
But from the opening scene to wherever he ends up in the movie, seriously, he's got chops, man.
Yeah.
And he was on point, and being the only one to remember, trying to convince these guys to come back and remember, and trying to remind them so they can fight and kill Pennywise. Seriously, I give him all the credit in the world.
Yeah.
And I count him as an actor.
I think that's why this movie
stellar, man.
works
Legit.
so well, is that you've got the mix of more popular names, and you've also got the newcomers and lesser known actors, because Isaiah Mustafa, what else have you seen him in other than Old Spice ads?
That's what I mean. And that's why I was confused when we've discussed this multiple times on the podcast.
Yeah.
But seeing him up there, man, I couldn't imagine anybody else playing that character.
No fucking
And
way.
he played it so fucking well.
Yeah.
He played it because, sorry, just to keep going with that a little bit, because he couldn't play it like the other ones. All the other cast members, the main cast members from the Losers Club, they all had to play the person trying to remember, trying to come to terms with it and all that. He was the only one who remembered, trying to guide them through it, like trying to tell them what they've got to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like he had to play a completely different role to everybody else there. And he knocked it out of the park. Full credit to him. I rate him as my MVP based off expectation versus what he delivered.
Okay.
You know, like as in Bill Skarsgård, I expected perfection and got perfection.
Yeah,
you know,
as Pennywise, absolutely.
Yeah, Isaiah Mustafa, I didn't expect much.
Well, you probably didn't have
I
an
honestly
expectation.
expected him to say, "Look, I'm on a horse." Like I honestly, but that's
Do
what
you
I
want
mean.
to smell like a man?
Exactly, yeah. So I didn't know what to expect, but based off what expectations versus performance, he's the MVP for me.
See, you make a very good point for Isaiah Mustafa, and I think it's the same level for me for Jay Ryan, the guy who played adult Ben Hanscom.
Yeah.
He's an Australian actor, and he made his fame on either Neighbours or Home and Away,
Fuck yeah.
for those people in Australia who are familiar with that.
Or anyone listening in England, because apparently it's bigger over there.
They love it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so he hasn't done, many, Born in New Zealand? Yeah,
No.
okay, so here we go.
No.
Australian actor.
I was gonna
he's
say,
actually born and raised in New Zealand.
Let's be honest, he's an Australian, but he's one that we stole.
Yeah, but he hasn't been in anything like... Oh, so who's in Neighbours? Okay, but he hasn't been in any massive blockbuster movies. I think this is almost like his biggest sort of claim to fame.
It looks like it was his big screen debut, almost.
But he was fucking... They were all so good.
Yes.
But even Andy Bean, who played grown-up Stanley...
Yes.
Now, he wasn't in it much. I'm not going to spoil why, but he is Swamp Thing. Did you recognize him? You haven't seen the first episode of Swamp Thing, have you?
He's not Swamp Thing.
He's in Swamp Thing.
He's in. You said he is.
Doesn't he? Spoiler alert. Isn't that what happened? He dies in the swamp, and then he mixes with the chemicals that were released, and he becomes...
Oh, okay, but I just know that the actor who played Swamp Thing isn't this dude.
Oh, no, I mean,
the actual Swamp Thing.
In the actual TV show,
there
he
you go.
turns
Okay.
into... He plays
So
a
he
character
does,
called
yeah.
Alec Holland, who becomes Swamp Thing. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but anyway, yes, he was...
He looks like older Stanley.
Yeah, big time. Oh, it's crazy how well they cast this movie.
Yeah, but
legit.
The MVP for me,
Yeah,
much as
waiting for it.
it's fucking Bill Hader.
Oh, I knew it.
Man, he plays an adult Richie. He looks like an adult Richie. His one-liners, and his emotional levity in this.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was going to build to that point by saying I know the originals and I know the character of Richie and what he's like. Do you think that there was too many of those one-liners? Because it happened a lot during those... There was very sudden scenes. Like there's a scene in a library in particular and somebody dies and then all of a sudden there's a one-liner. You know, like it almost happened too frequently for me for at least the first half.
I would understand why people may not enjoy that. But for me personally, I don't see many other horrors doing that so well.
No, that's right.
As much as there may be too many one-liner jokes between him and the character of Eddie,
Eddie, he was fantastic as well.
I think those jokes that were in there were fine. I loved every single one of them. I thought they were all... I bring it up. I laughed. This is my comedy of the year.
Actually, based off laughing reactions,
Yeah.
it's actually comedy and horror of the year.
Right.
Yeah.
So that ticks 2 boxes for me.
I completely agree there. And I only brought it up because I had heard that had been an issue for some people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, it does fit. and then it does get to a stage where the seriousness takes over, and those
That's
one-liners
right.
fade to the background, and then I don't think there is another one from a certain point, honestly.
But the comedy even stays even in the climax of the movie.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
like there's still comedy elements, as terrifying and horrifying as it is. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil anything.
No.
If you thought the TV series, the end of that
Yeah.
was ridiculous,
Yeah.
this does this 10 times bigger and better.
Yeah,
But
oh,
they
big time.
do a very similar thing, and I'm so glad
No,
they did.
exactly. I was gonna say the fact that they stuck to the tradition, even the bad tradition, but made it awesome.
Made it great.
They made it
Yes.
so good. Like
Now, the difference between the book
Yeah.
and this ending and the ending from the TV series is wildly different.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I won't explain it to you because that'll take me a million years.
No,
Just
exactly.
YouTube it. There's
Yeah.
heaps of things about it. Or, even
Or
read
just
the
watch
book.
it.
Yeah. Well, no, don't.
Well,
you're not,
yeah.
You've watched it, but
Yeah.
if you want to know what the ending was in the book,
Yeah.
So basically, very briefly, the fight basically happens where they enter like this alternate dimension, and this giant cosmic turtle is involved, and he's like the natural enemy of Pennywise.
Speaking of, shout out to the turtle on the desk.
Shout out to the
we
desk.
noticed that.
Yeah, we
Yep,
noticed
big
that.
time,
yeah.
big time.
But I think the way that they did this, because it obviously had to be different to the book, because we can all agree that the book is batshit fucking crazy. If you've
Oh,
read
he
it.
was on drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
I think the
He
ending
being
was...
Stephen King.
Yeah. I think the ending of this, I understand why some people may not like it, but I think it was good.
No.
I think it was quite good.
Yeah.
They defeated him in a very similar fashion to the first one, but I
Yeah.
won't spoil how.
No.
obviously.
But I will just say, I came out of this with thoughts about, basically for the podcast, like to talk about like rebuttals and discussion topics and stuff like that. But I didn't come out going, oh, but that one bit. Oh, but that one. It was all good.
I was like,
It was all good.
When this happened, I was like, oh my God. And then this happened, and I was like, oh my God. That's what I mean.
Exactly.
I can't look at this and go, well, you know, some of the pacing was a bit off, and the soundtrack was weird. Like, fucking shut up, enjoy it. Like, I
That's
loved this movie.
That's right. 2 hours and 45 minutes, and not once did I check my watch.
Neither
not
did
once
I.
did I look down. Like in the same vein as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's a lengthy movie, but you don't lose track of.
I've heard a
you
lot of
don't-
people say that's
yeah.
like their like most disliked movie of all time.
Once Upon a
Time in Hollywood. Yeah. And I think I would understand why, but they're the kind of people, I suppose, who wouldn't really maybe understand the Tarantino style.
I was gonna say yeah.
Yeah, they
But
may have not have
either
seen
way,
some of those more...
my apologies.
Yeah.
But I thought.
I thought
Why
that
are we
was
talking
good.
about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
That was a great
We've
movie,
already given
but-
out pretzels.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, but no. The other thing that I wanted to mention as well, in the scare scenes, in the jump scenes,
Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
Trust me. I again, I'm speaking just so we have something to talk about that isn't just like fapping over the movie.
Yeah.
Do you think that some of the CGI used, while it was all good, do you think that some of the scares or the I'm not sure the
practical effects?
the forms Pennywise was taken? Do you think some of them were childish, like a bit goofy?
Okay, so are
So-
you referring to
Well, there's that one, yeah, but
that one? We all almost expected that to be in the first one because that particular
Exactly.
form he took
Yeah.
happened when they're children.
yeah,
But they brought it in for this one,
See-
and I was like, yes, thank you.
Yes.
So Pennywise essentially takes the... Yeah, I hit
you
my
are so
microphone.
excited.
I know, my hands are going everywhere. I'm Italian tonight.
I've never seen you so animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pennywise takes the forms of things that you're frightened of.
Exactly.
So
Why do I even try to come up with things to talk about? Because I'm like, hey, we can have a discussion about this. Oh, he's saying the exact thing that I was going to counter myself with.
Yeah. So I think they played. So when Pennywise took these forms to build the fear in these characters, I think the way they did it in all of them was unique in their own way, but also
Exactly.
really good, but also throws back a lot as well
Yeah.
to the book and also to the 90s series.
That's right.
Spoiler alert, he says, "Kiss me, fat boy."
Oh, man.
That's not in the book.
No.
It is in the Tim Curry series.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, man. Like, I'm looking at Taylor, like, I'm like, he did the thing. And she's like, fuck, what the fuck did he do? She's got no idea.
Yeah.
the scene in the school with Beverly Marsh as
Oh my gosh.
as the Vision,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
The
I know.
scene with Richie Tozer, Bill Hader's character in the park. Holy shit!
Fuck yeah, dude.
What else was there?
God damn.
When Mike was explaining the ancient Indians and what their perception of Pennywise
That's
was.
right, yeah.
I won't go too far down
No,
that.
no,
But that was
yeah.
also really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one scene that I absolutely loved, and I could feel and hear the reaction from the people around. The scene with Beverly when she visits the old lady. Now, everybody.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Exactly.
It popped up at the end as well.
Everybody has seen that teaser portion of the movie, and they know how it builds up, and then it gets to the point where it's like, "Are you still my good girl? Are you?" And then you hear the footsteps,
and then you see the legs in between.
Yeah, you just see a snippet of like some little old lady legs and that was the teaser trailer, and everyone was like, "Oh wow, that's
Wait
so high."
until you see her top half.
No, but that's the thing. The thing that got me is there's lots of those little, like, everyone in that theater was giggling at the old lady because, hey, we've all seen this in the teaser trailer. Everybody was giggling away at the old lady.
The
second that thing came out of the fucking shadows, you heard, and I did it as well. I heard the whole theater go, oh, like, because literally we were just expecting the old lady to come wandering out,
And
next
to
thing
look
out of the
maybe a
shadows.
little deformed or something like that.
No,
maybe long, spindly legs.
Yeah,
but
exactly. And then this
we didn't
thing came out of the
expect what we
shadows,
saw.
and you could tell everybody was like, "Oh, okay, I didn't see that coming." Fuck.
I'm
And
going to take this more seriously from now on.
No, exactly. But that's the thing. That whole scene, because everybody had seen it. You know,
Yeah.
they were all giggling away. I was giggling too because I've seen that 6 times masturbating to it because it's so exciting. And then that thing, and man, I'll tell you what, the jump scares, that's my favorite. See, I have horror villains tattooed all over my arms.
Don't call them jump scares.
No, I know.
Because they are, but they are the best kind of jump scares.
No, they're not just done for the sake of making people jump. Exactly, you know, but no, I have horror villains tattooed on my arms, and my favorite part of horror is being scared.
Yes.
I love being scared. And
Not startled, scared.
That's right, exactly. And I probably about 6 times actually felt, oh fuck, like you got me. And
that's
they
why
were
I
done
liked it, because
so well.
I haven't felt that way in a very long time.
I can't remember the last time I went to the movies and saw a movie that made me go, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you got me.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like we've gushed enough, but we've also got a special in us like we could talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We've hit our time, but
Oh, fucking Jesus.
don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
It Chapter 2. You know, at the end of the year, I've written down all the movies that I've seen this year.
Of course.
So we'll go through like top to
Yes.
bottom, what we thought was good, what was crap.
Mm-hmm.
It Chapter 2, we could gush on about it for like the next 6 million hours and for the rest of our lives. Yes, it wasn't as strong as Chapter 1, only because it had more to do.
Oh,
And
big time. There was so much more story to tell.
There was so much more to tell, and I think it was really, really good with what it had. There's 3 points of things, though, if I am going to look at it critically.
Yeah.
I completely understand why these 3 points may not have been expanded upon a bit more, but I'm just going to bring them up very briefly.
Okay.
One of them, that when there's scenes with the kids, you can tell when the scene was filmed when they were actually young and when they were a bit older.
Yeah.
Because some people haven't noticed it and some people have in the reviews that I've seen. There's some de-aging of the kids. And you can see straight through it. So young Ben, who's the young fat chubby kid, he's like 6 foot tall. It seems like. Yeah. And they kind of had to make him fat again. Yeah. And what did we say his name was? Jaden, the guy who plays young Bill Denebra?
Yes, I believe so.
He's like a fucking man now. And you can tell they had to de-age him quite a bit because he's really tall. And he's becoming more masculine and in the shape of his face.
Yeah.
And some of that, they played them young selves really well. Another one of those things is about to fall off the wall. They played the young versions of themselves really well, but I feel that some of the de-aging was a bit weird, especially when the other special effects were so good.
Yeah.
The other thing...
Is this the third thing?
No, this is the second thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember what the third one was now. So there was that, and 2 other... Oh, that's right, now I remember. 2 other things were to do with the story.
Okay.
The opening act
Yep.
is in the book.
Yeah.
So this isn't going to be a massive spoiler.
No.
But
At the fairground with the
Yes.
two gay guys?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
at the opening act is they're at a fairground and
Yes.
there's a hate crime between two gay guys
Yeah.
and like a gang of real bad people.
Oh, just they're basically what's the name of the bad guy from the first one? Henry, is it?
Henry Bowers.
Yeah, they're basically three Henrys.
Yeah, Henry Bowers does
Like,
make a
basically-
return, but I'm not spoiling that.
Well, you just did.
Well, if you've
I know.
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, so yes, the opening scene.
The movie starts with that hate crime where they do some horrible things and it really hits you hard and you think, fuck, this is what we're expecting for this movie.
Uncomfortable.
But they don't play on that ever again. I'm
No.
pretty sure the book brings it up more than once.
Probably, but at the same time, it didn't need to be brought up again.
Yeah, but I just think if it didn't need to be brought up again, why have it in the first place?
It's purely just to set the Pennywise return.
Yeah, I know, I get that, but I just feel like they could have done something with it. That's my thing anyway.
I don't feel that. I didn't think about that once again.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
honest-
I was waiting for some sort of connection other than
I
Pennywise being
understand that,
there.
but no, that was purely just to get Pennywise back and then Mike to realize that he was back.
Yeah.
27 years.
The other thing was in the trailer we do
Yeah.
see Jessica Chastain's Beverly Marsh in the
Yes.
old lady's house. She asks, who was your father? Oh, he came in from the circus.
Yeah.
You see in this trailer too, they do show a glimpse of her father,
Yeah.
played by Bill Skarsgård, and he's
course.
putting on the makeup.
Yeah.
They don't really show any more of that either.
No.
They don't have to go through the entire backstory of how he became the clown
No.
and why he chooses to remain as the clown,
We'll see.
apart from marketing and that everybody recognizes the clown. But they include it, but they don't really expand upon it. I think in a 3-hour movie, they could have done a bit more with it.
At the same time, though, now I don't know as much about the history of it in regards to the novels and the series and blah, blah, blah. Isn't Pennywise extraterrestrial?
Yes.
So him saying that he was that old lady's father, that's not real.
Or,
Surely not. Because
well, that's what I mean.
that's what I mean. That's left, Pennywise.
They created questions, but there was no. I mean, not every movie has to solve their own questions.
No.
But I feel like there has to be something to keep you guessing. They kind of just included that to be like, he looks like Pennywise, he talks like Pennywise, he's not Pennywise.
No, well,
You
so
know,
I don't think that person existed, man.
You don't think he
I
existed
think
at all?
Pennywise is the extraterrestrial being, and that was literally a vision with that old lady.
Okay.
Like, that was literally just a psychedelic trip because she left the building and it was a burned building, so there was nothing in there the whole time. So he just fictionalized that to scare the fuck out of her, man.
Okay.
Like
'Cause
in my head,
the
because
reason I'm sort of
and then
connecting the
you
two-
see Pennywise like or her father putting on the makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, that was literally just
All
the
vision.
extraterrestrial
Okay.
character just pretending,
because
fucking around.
the reason maybe I'm overthinking it is because in It Chapter 1,
Yeah.
when they go down the drain into the ground, into the well, he has the clown cart.
Yeah.
You know, so it's got me thinking maybe
No,
he
no, no.
transformed or something like that.
Oh,
but,
and
okay.
then you see, like, as in the trailer open, the famous clown Pennywise, and it's like the circus. I just purely
maybe you're
think
right.
that
Maybe you're right. It is a vision.
That's what I mean.
I didn't get that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
no, I purely just because they were especially with the storyline of the ancient whatever they were. I'm just going to say the Mayans, even though I know that's Sons of Anarchy's enemy.
They're American Indians, or not American, just Indians.
That culture when they even acknowledge that it came from space and the three lights and the blah 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 and all that. Like, so it's clearly an extraterrestrial thing. So why would this dude have an old lady daughter? Who...
Well, that's what's confused me.
no,
Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
but now you say it's a vision, that makes sense. To
exactly.
Me. Okay.
Well, yeah, it was a burned out building, but also every other time that he made himself visible to the others, we never once questioned that they weren't visions. You know, so as in, why would that fake history of like my father was in the circus not be just fake?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Because even in like you say that as well, like in Ed Chapter 1, when Ben's in the library researching the history of the town
of Derry,
there is the clown against,
exactly.
So he's,
but
anyway.
again, he's also like Mike when he sees the newspaper clippings. He sees like fucking drugged
Pennywise
out
is influencing
a kid
their world
kills
around
drugged
them.
out parents in fire or whatever. But it's just him fictionalizing it in their head.
Yeah, it's
And then
Pennywise influencing the world around them. And
Exactly.
now you look at it from that perspective, I think, okay, so I've only got two problems in this movie. It's the de-aging and it's the hate crime could have been fleshed out a little bit
the
more.
de-aging, I honestly was that engrossed that I didn't even notice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I look at special effects like that.
I know. I want to go back and watch this again so I can analyze it closer.
I want to
You
go
know,
back and watch
I was
this again
just
to
getting
enjoy it again.
I was just getting exactly. I was just getting caught up in the
So,
story. and the,
TCTP DTC this weekend? We'll go see
yeah,
it in chapter 2?
absolutely. Yeah, maybe we'll have a review next week if your people are lucky. Oh,
Ooh.
sorry, if the TCT packet is lucky.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Pretzels.
Yeah, pretzels. All right, so I'm going to give this one a 4.3.
Out of
Out of
5?
five. Yep.
4.3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I'm giving it a fucking... see,
Yeah,
I always
see?
give 10.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Come on,
I'm going to give
careful.
it 10.
10.
10, yep.
Okay, so as much as I love this movie, as much as I want to rewatch this movie 3 times, you think this is the perfect film?
I don't think this...
You literally just listed
Listen.
3 problems you had with it.
The pretzel rating isn't supposed to make any sense.
The pretzel rating is... I'm giving it a 4.3 because I have plenty of room to move before a 5, but also it's above Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I gave a 4.2.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my justification.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I just really fucking like this franchise,
no.
and I really like this fucking film.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, would you ever want it Chapter 3?
No.
Thank you.
No.
Good. Say what everyone should be thinking. No.
Anthony Muschietti should move on to reviving another franchise.
Yes, Queen. Yes,
Yes, Queen.
Yes.
Yes.
He should go on to Hellraiser.
Yes. Not
Fuck.
David Ayer or David S. Goyer, whoever we said before, who is actually doing it.
Yes. But,
Anthony Muschietti should do
well,
that.
we've seen that he can handle it
Yes.
and excel at it and have the right people casting and producing and budgeting, everything
Yes.
about it. I would
Or
love to see
should
him
he
do that.
do another
Will
Stephen
Poulter
King-
for Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Will Poulter
I posted that on our
Yes, you
Instagram
did.
today.
I know.
I
Will-
also hashtagged Will
Will
Poulter
Poulter for Freddy Krueger.
Will
And then
Poulter, give him a horror icon
give
already.
him any... Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. You were talking about...
Speaking of YAAAS,
Oh,
we've got a
right.
few minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh, right. I forgot.
I didn't.
It's time for YAAAS or pass, excited or begleited.
All right, we are way over our scheduled time. So
That's
anyway, I was reading the notes there, going, "That's not the name of a movie." Anyway.
Stick to name of movie.
Shut up! Why are you reading out notes, bro?
This movie is
But
called
anyway,
Stick to Name.
Anyway, we have 3 films coming up at the theaters this week, Thursday, the 12th of September 2019 for local theaters in Australia. 3 that we're going to focus on this week. The first one being a school holiday classic, The Angry Birds Movie 2.
Apparently, it's really
No.
funny.
Apparently?
Apparently, it's really...
What kind of... Righto.
Apparently,
Calm down, Toucan
it's-
Sam.
I know we both admitted last week that we enjoyed Angry Birds 1 for what it is.
Yeah.
Although, general census coincides that the movie sucks balls.
I don't care about general consensus.
Yeah.
General consensus right now is mixed on it, and I'm pretty sure we both just came. So
Yeah. Angry
God.
Birds 2 apparently is really funny.
yeah, honestly, okay. So this is one of the perks, I guess you could say, about being a father is I sometimes have to watch these movies.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I do.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it A, gives me an excuse if it's a piece of shit, but also B, I get to see some fucking fun cartoons, man.
Yeah.
And honestly, Angry Birds 1, it's fucking great.
I
And-
wouldn't go that far. But...
Nah, it's fucking great.
Okay.
On a pretzel rating, I'd give it like a 4.8.
No, you don't.
Of course, yeah.
Shut
It's
the fuck
way above it, chapter 2. But anyway, yeah, angry dude, this is okay, so this may sound weird, but
Yep.
I'm saying this purely because of my situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's an excited.
Really? Oh,
I'm gonna
'cause-
go with
yeah.
the kids, okay? So honestly, if this was just us, it would be a YAAAS.
Okay.
As in, I'll see it at some stage.
Because I'm not
Doesn't have
going with you with your kids to see this movie.
Mate, I don't want you there. So, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, no, it's an excited basically because I have to go and see this.
Yeah, fair
but
enough.
it would be a YAAAS otherwise. I still would want to see it at some
So,
stage.
so your genuine thought would be YAAAS.
Yes, but it's an exciting because I'm going to take the kids to see it probably next weekend.
All right. Well, yeah. I think you could say YAAAS for that. Like,
All right,
I'm going
it's an
to see it,
excited
but it's
because
a
I really
YAAAS.
want to fucking see this movie, Dylan.
Okay.
I'm not taking the kids. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm going by myself.
Exactly.
So I'm going to give this a pass.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the first one at the cinema. Must have been a slow weekend. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out of my way to see this. Like, I'll happily go see it again.
Of
And
course.
again.
Of
and
course.
again until something great comes back out in the
Yeah.
news.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, so I'm going to give this a good old pass.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. All right, the second one on the list is a movie spin-off of a very popular TV series that I have seen not even a second of.
Neither.
Downton Abbey, the film.
Blighted, move on.
Yeah, blighted, move on. Anyway, the third one I'm that's
Move
probably,
on,
that's
Mitchell.
probably the best Yassel Pass moment ever. But anyway, the third one that I had on the list here, I can't seem to find the IMDb for, but it's Armstrong. It's a Neil Armstrong documentary narrated by one Harrison Ford.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what that is.
Right.
Armstrong.
This has to be in
It's
relation
starring what's that? Neil Armstrong. Because it's a documentary.
to... I'm sure it
about him.
does. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I assume Buzz Aldrin's also
Nobody
involved.
else, just Neil Armstrong.
No, it's narrated by Indiana Jones.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
So
Get amongst it, people.
this definitely has to be in relation to the fact that it was the 50th anniversary of the moon landing this year.
yeah.
So there's all of these things coming out.
Yes.
I already know enough about it, and I'm not going to get into why.
Yep.
Pass.
Yeah.
I won't go to... Oh, I may watch this, like, alone.
I can
by
imagine.
myself.
Yeah, late night, 10 p.m., nothing to watch, falling
Yeah.
asleep on SBS.
Yeah. Is SBS still a thing?
I don't know, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
Anyway, this
yeah.
is honestly as interesting as the story is and the history of it all and stuff like that. This is a blighted. I'm not going to be looking for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
even
give
if
it a
it popped
pass.
on, I'm probably going to watch reruns of The Office before
Yeah,
this.
fair enough.
Like,
well,
just-
I'll give it a pass because one day I may
no,
watch it.
you may stumble upon it, and I know it's something that you do have an interest in. So
Yeah.
you
Can
know,
you confirm one thing for me, though?
sure thing, Bossaroo.
Is Adastra coming out next week or the week after? That's very soon, isn't it?
September 19th. So
19th, so
that will
that'll
be
be
in
next
next week's
week's.
Yassel
Okay.
Pass.
Because I swear that
will
was
just
soon.
confirm that for
And
you,
I
though.
thought that was going to be on the list this week. But
No, because I'm very pissed. I'm very pissed off with my work schedule because this week they have preview screenings for Ad Astra.
Mm-hmm.
Good Boys.
Oh,
Yeah, there's 2 days of them, like as in about 3 or 4 sessions.
Yeah.
At Glendale.
yeah.
Don't go without me, you fucking bitch.
No, I won't go see Good Boys without you.
and Dora.
Oh, Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
Yeah.
They're 3 movies we want to see.
Yeah, fucking A they are.
Yeah.
Fucking A they are.
Absolutely.
Do TCTP, DTCR with 3 fucking movies.
But we'll save
Yes.
that for Yasa Pass in the future.
Absolutely. We're not going to mention any more of that. Yeah.
Episode 21, Mitchell.
Yes.
Of Two's Company, Three's a Podcast. Available on
Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and
YouTube. Big Summer Blowout.
Mm.
Are we done?
I feel like we had recommendations, but I mean, we've gone well over our expected time, so we can
Yeah.
always save them. Mine's Good Omens from Amazon Prime. Get yourself an Amazon Prime, people. It's actually a fucking great show. I loved every second of it.
Cool. Mine's
Yeah.
called Escape Plan, which stars
Ooh.
Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Vinnie Jones,
Ah,
a few other people.
Ah,
There's been a few
nice.
sequels which haven't been as popular, but I plan to get around to them. But
Sylvester
Escape Plan is really
Stallone.
good.
Yeah, fucking A, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Just remember, people, you can... sorry. I keep saying people. I really want to get used to saying TCT pack.
The TCT
I
pack.
love it, honestly.
Yeah,
That's
no.
a shirt. That's a bumper sticker. That's
Oh
a
my
fucking Medal of Honor, which you were all a part of.
Yeah.
You're a part of the Medal of Honor that we wear.
We're available
As
on Podbean,
Yes,
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Big Summer Blowout. If you want to check out the podcast anywhere else, go to all those places that we just mentioned. But you can
course.
certainly find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere else.
IMDb. You're about to say it, you
I was
fucking...
about to say it.
Oh, you went full retard.
Now, you can send us an
Yes.
email at twoscompany3podcast@gmail.com if you want to just drop a line or if you're interested in creating a show. We've certainly got our TCTP Productions well up and
Absolutely, in this one-of-a-kind studio.
running. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Yeah, the room is sinking.
Oh, that's right, exactly. It's
on an
like,
incline.
it's basically, I'm in a straight chair, but it's basically on a permanent recline.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
right.
it.
The room is on a decline, so the podcast is on an incline.
Oh, I love how you said that, and I just can't wait to... Oh, my God,
You can get a small bit of merch on tpublic.com or redbubble.com. Choice is yours. You can get
Seriously,
yourself a
stickers,
t-shirt.
people. They
Yeah.
look great on the cars.
Absolutely. And the t-shirt looks great on you, man.
Oh, which one? All of them. I know.
All 2 of them.
Yeah.
But you can get them in any colour.
Of course.
Feel free to, swing a few bucks that way if you want.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Everything goes towards helping us out here. So
Yeah. Not that we've actually been paid yet because we haven't made enough sales.
Shut up, dude. We're rolling in a people.
Oh
but,
my God.
we need a GoFundMe page.
We do.
To buy advertising to drive sales of the website. But anyway.
Yeah. Or at least drive people to the podcast. We want to get this rolling. So anybody who you think would be interested in listening to us ramble on about the latest
Share.
movies and games, share it amongst your friends, share it amongst
We're
Facebook.
about 1 week away from 1,500 now.
Absolutely.
I know, man. It's coming up quick.
1,500 downloads of all time. Across the world, we've got customers listening all over the place.
Customers.
Yep, I fucked up.
The TCT pack.
The TCT pack.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for listening. My name is Dylan, along with my co-host.
Mitchell.
Oh my God.
Wait. Hey,
What?
we're Two's company. Just remember, people. TCT pack. You're the fucking podcast.
Do you want to have a guess how long this has gone for? Even though we told ourselves not to do it this week?
Okay, so we're sober.
Yep.
This better not be over 2 hours.
No, not quite.
Oh, thank God.
We've hit like 150 though.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're like
if
10 minutes away from 2 hours.
If
we
you're-
told ourselves 1 hour 30 max.
Yeah.
And we still didn't get recommended. Oh, we can't.
No, yeah, I was going to say we just yelled our recommendations.
Yeah.
If you're still here at this stage, I really hope you have merchandise because you are very committed.
Very
So
committed.
give us money. I mean, you're the podcast.